punching the audio, and now I am punching the video. Hello, hello, dreamers, and well. Oh, come on, do a little.
Why are you punching the video? What did it do to you?
Oh.
Said very rude things about my mother. So we're in position. We're in position. Let's not.
No.
Okay.
No.
Damn, we all look fancy as fuck tonight. Beautiful. God, I'm once again, Anemone, blown away by your garb tonight.
Once again? That was the first time.
It's been a continuous, just mind-blowing experience, which is, something that I'm quite fond of.
I see we are starting off strong today.
And I expect we'll only get stronger as the night progresses. All right, everybody. Welcome to Change Stars. Diesel Shot, I mean. Playing Change Stars with some amazing folks who are trying out Change Stars for the first time, as well as my illustrious co-hostess, Lee. Do a little curtsy for the audience, Lee.
Hello.
You don't have. Alrighty, so let's introduce our cast of players tonight. First things first. Hello, everybody, especially those of you in the time slots we don't usually get to see on our channel. I'm hoping we see Shadow Friend in the audience at some point, or maybe Luke, one of those European folks. Alrighty, so let's start off. Introductions. Amelia, please tell us a little bit about yourself and who are you playing tonight?
I heard that there's amazing people in here. I wasn't aware. But yeah, my name is Amelia. Underscore Anemone Art on Twitter, I suppose. And I am game developer and artist, sort of. Essentially, I make TTRPGs. Hello, I'm the lead developer of Witch and Craft Games. We make games about demons and stuff. Very cute. And today I'm here to be a big buff alien deer, something that I am so stoked about. My character in no way, shape, or form goes by any name longer than just the first letter, which is B. Believe me, the rest of the name is completely optional. Don't look at it. Forget about it. And she is a Tran pilot, so makes ship go very fast, which is something I really enjoy when it comes to sci-fi. It's just the mechanical end of it, like piloting in general. So really, really stoked. And also really stoked to be a giant, sexy alien deer demon person. That's gonna be very good. I will try my best at the voice. Like, there are some pronunciation stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna I'll try. Just believe me. It's gonna be harsh.
I am honored that you even gave it a consideration. All right, so I'm very excited to have Anemone in the chat, or Amelia rather. And let's go ahead and introduce our other artists slash other things individual. Let's hear from Zalmus. Hi there.
Hello, everybody. My name is Zonus, twitter.com/Zonus. I am a not safe for work artist, majorly tabletop RPG character designs and such. And tonight I'm playing the adorable but heavily New Jersey Rast character. They're mostly otter, right? They're like tall, slender otter. I'm going to be the hacker of the group, and I have 5 fingers. Whether or not they're for hacking or for discounts, we'll see.
It's funny because Ras usually have 4 fingers.
I have an extra for just the extra discounts.
Cute! All right. Extra fingers. That's a cool trait. By the way, I didn't show off the art as much as I ought to, but take a look at these.
Show it off. Come on.
Take a look at that. Beautiful, beautiful art.
I went super feral about the making art for this game.
I mean,
I have no idea why.
You really impressed me. Good golly, Miss Molly. And here's the piece I did. A little bit less feral, but You can tell she's got she's got a vibe. All right, and last but certainly not least, Lee. Let's hear about you. And who are you playing?
Hello, friends. I'm Lee. I wrote the rules, so if there are any problems, it's my fault. And we're playing Change Stars. I am playing Paige Sauras, Sours, however you want to say it. And she is the face officer, so she can both handle the people outside the ship and encourage the people inside the ship. And she's just hoping for another smooth run, where nothing particularly out of the ordinary happens. Nobody asks any questions about this hurried delivery of anti-rejection medication for cybernetics and our very sus destiny.
Indeed. I'm gonna
her
say
hobbies include changing the computer screensavers and trying to find like the ideal cup holders on the ship for any given type of cup.
A noble mission.
It takes most of her time.
Also on the ship is a guy named Mark. He usually hangs out in the back. He's a bit of a mechanic, but he's very antisocial, and he largely remains in the engine room. He's been repeatedly told that that's probably going to give him some sort of cancer, to which he said, "Yep."
Whenever I walk in, I find myself looking at him and saying, "Oh, hey, Mark," as I remember he's there.
Oh,
Yeah,
hi, Mark.
you might. He doesn't go on away missions either. He likes it in the ship. He has a collection of vintage comics and vintage magazines that he doesn't let anybody see, touch, or know about outside of those who simply must, because sometimes his room has to get cleaned.
Magazines.
Yes, magazines. He works in the
Reading
mechanics room
material.
quite a bit.
I'm sure he's just a fan of literature.
Yeah, he's got some Zelenis illustrations. A famous artist from way back when on Old Earth.
Long past dead, it's the only time they get the recognition. Eon's gone.
Exactly.
Or were they way back Thren on Rod?
Indeed. All right. So you are all a crew of this fantastic, fresh off the Ichthys station shipyard Kogia class freighter. They're just bringing these babies out, top notch, beautiful ship. It's great that you got this replacement given to you by the Trinity on account of your previous vessel, the Black Hole 1. I don't know exactly what happened to it, but it's no longer a viable vessel.
For legal
They scrapped
purposes,
those things.
we don't like to talk about it.
It's gonna take a while to clean the vents. Yeah.
Oh, don't want to know. Don't want to know.
No.
I had to sign an NDA.
Definitely not.
Well, fortunately, you were given this brand new, sparkling clean piece of industry under the condition that every now and then you might get commandeered by Mother to do little tasks for her, like this one. So you're a group of rather dubiously reputable free traders who flit about space, and you find yourselves in similarly dubiously reputable systems. For instance, the Eclipse and Rapture system, whose Trinity presence is largely limited to the orbital stations that make sure that things go somewhat according to Mother's plan. That's where you find yourself now, refueling and restocking for another shipment to another place that definitely you're not selling guns. And
No. That would be against the law.
Exactly. Guns are cybernetic enhancements that aren't deemed necessary by Mother. Things that are totally not in your ship right now.
Can't tell me what to do, Ma.
For those of you not in the know, Mother is the AI system that runs the Artemisian commune, which is one of the larger portions of the Trinity. And you are or in orbit of Solus in the Eclipse and Rapture system. And while you are finishing the touches on the ship, getting ready to disembark, you hear a ping on your intercom.
All right, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I'm sure there's nothing that we can't solve with a little diplomacy. And I swipe away the screensaver and I hit the enter key. Picking up.
Mm-hmm. It says official Trinity line.
Oh.
No.
Hide the guns, I say, very half-heartedly, like sliding mine out of vision. And
Bula just like dives over the back counter, just grabbing all the random firearms, shoving them under a table.
I'm like, all right, gotta look presentable for this. They're probably gonna tell us that I don't know, we failed to check a box. I'll be very apologetic, and I accept the call.
Indeed. And as soon as you do, a rather fresh from the hive looking Mirai, wearing what she believes is human garb, comes on the intercom. And immediately after a fizzle and a pop, her translator starts spewing out words that it believes are correlated to her pheromones. Yes? Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying.
Oh yeah, because I sorry, I noticed that we all like kind of moved in the screen. I was like, what happened?
Oh no.
But then it got fixed.
Okay, good. So the Mirai is introduced by her. It gives you a brief dump, like title and name underneath the image, and her name is Confidence. Confidence, Patience, and Confidence, Patience, Tranquility. Sorry, Confidence, Patience, Tranquility, and she immediately begins with a soothing tone. Hello, Free Trader Vessel Black Hole. I am with the Trinity Fleet organization or Fleet Administration, and we are in need of your services. As you recall, you did sign a waiver that permitted the Mother Network to requisition your ship in times of need.
Of course.
This is one such time.
We're thrilled. I'm sure that the agreed compensation will be wonderful as well. What's the job?
Of course. As you are aware, you will be compensated extensively for your services to the Trinity. Presently, you are among 3 potential vessels that could take this job. You, however, are the most suited due to your currently. She looks at your stated inventory, which does not actually line up with your real inventory. You're pretty full up, and a lot of that stuff is things that you would have left off the agenda. You are currently under capacity for your vessel's potential loadout. We would like to requisition you to make a brief several-month foray to the Qinglong system, where you would hand deliver some sensitive medical equipment to the hospital in Cyan City district of Azure City.
That's quite the trip. And you want us to go down there and get to the hospital ourselves?
It must be hand-delivered as stipulated by Mother's instructions, yes.
I take it we're getting hazard pay for a brief trip to Azure City?
You will be paid 10 times your usual amount for delivering.
I look back at V and I nod and I'm like, well, yeah, we definitely have a lot of capacity in our cargo hold. We have, of course, had to, do some restructuring, new ships and all. But I'm sure we can find room in amongst the struts and scaffolding. for this sensitive medical equipment. What is it?
It's cybernetic implant facilitators. They prevent rejection from the body. There's been a rash of, well, you don't necessarily need to know this information, but there has been a huge rash of cybernetic modification on the street in Azure City, much of which goes rather horribly wrong. Of course, Mother is looking into preventing such measures, but until such a time as she is capable of the task, we do need to tend to the medical needs of the citizenry there. So you'll be delivering the sensitive medical equipment to the Cyan City Hospital, and upon completion of that task, you'll receive 10% your usual pay in luxury credits.
Wonderful. And
am I out of camera?
You may be if you choose to be.
I am out of camera. I'm going like this.
And I'm going to say, was that 10% extra or 10 times?
10 times.
And I look back at V. And I look over at Bula, who is like on the floor. Sorry, let me just check with my little schedule here. I know we're flying up jobs in advance, and I'm looking at Bula like, we good?
Just lean up and I'm like, if anybody touches any of my stuff and ejects it into space, we're gonna have a problem.
Right. So yes, I believe that by the free merchant charter we have all signed, we have had an informal vote here on our system, and it looks like we've elected to take up this wonderful opportunity. Do delay though the transfer of cargo. However, we're going to want to bring it aboard ourselves.
Excellent. Why don't I send you a small group of mechanics and engineers to facilitate this? They can come in and clear up any of the debris that you mentioned that might be an issue in your ship.
No, this is a renovation in progress. We really can't have anyone who's not familiar. Our engineer Mark is very familiar with the situation. Just if you could just send them over to our shuttle
it's
port,
really
our
not
shuttle
an
ports.
inconvenience. We have several extra mechanics in need of work this particular.
That's very considerate of you, but we'll be fine.
I'm gonna
if
need
you
to
just,
communicate.
you just send them across. No need to do any of that shit.
You just see Bula like running towards a door, slide and hit the wall and try to get to the back cargo.
Whoa, there
All
is a lot of turbulence here, and I'm just gonna point like
Whoa.
tap the close call button.
Excellent. So you succeeded with one success, and then you had a second one as a twist. You know rather intimately the communication twists.
I would like to gain extra information. Does it seem like what extra information can I glean from my conversation here?
So it seems like this person is at least her translator is rather cheery and upbeat about the whole affair. But under that veneer, you can tell that she's kind of just following the letter of the law, very run-of-the-mill, by-the-books type person. Definitely wants to maximize efficiency in any way, shape, or form. It strikes you that she doesn't particularly care whether these people come on or don't. She just wants to make sure that this works perfectly.
All right, cool.
And exactly. Sorry.
I turn around and I say, all right, I don't think that we're going to have to worry about them coming aboard, but we do want to get this in order. Did not seem very patient. When we have everything on board, it's time to hit Azure City. Also, maybe I don't need to mention this, but we're rocking a Kogia going to the Jinlong system. Keep your eyes out, I say, kind of like, intimating to a little like screen on my computer where I pull up the latest news bulletin of just Rast cruisers and Trinity ships practically touching tips.
Yeah, so Bula Julie, you're actually from this system, and you would know rather intimately that this is a system that is, de facto a special economic zone between the Trinity and the Rast Confederation. Sorry, that's the de jure what's the term for by law?
De jure, I think it's right.
Yeah, that's the expected truth of the system. But the de facto runners of the system, the movers and shakers, are the SCUSA and the Kavora Syndicate, two rival criminal organizations that found a fertile playground in this particular system due to the variety of general chaos between the two other ruling states.
Goody.
Indeed. So yeah, it's definitely a rather dangerous system to just skip into. Hence the hazard pay.
Yeah. Yes, please.
All right. So without further delay, an ISP, CPU, CCU, presumably an ISP, shows up with a very large crate, about 4 of them. It looks like 4 crates worth of medical equipment that are now going to be stored in your cargo area. Let me see. That would represent it nicely. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, I got them. I've updated your map. Oh, one of them's the layers issue.
Move them. Don't worry.
Yep. Okay. So you have your crates in tow. I would say that if you don't want their ISP to come into your ship, you would have to pilot that personally.
Whistle, and I'm like, I get on the comms like, our operator is definitely qualified. There's no need to come aboard. And I look over at V as if though to say, go jump into space.
I don't.
Like,
Fine.
It's like riding a space bike.
You know, I don't know who's worse, either the space mummy or you.
And I'm like, come on, V, think of the money. Think of the money. They can't find the guns.
Terrible. I'm going to do it, but I'm gonna like fume all the way.
A very kind-faced woman kind of looks you up and down and says, "Oh, are you the CCU driver of this ship? I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was overstepping here."
You know, I don't want to get into this right now. Just shoot.
Okay, yeah, sure. Here's the keys, and she leans a little to the left sometimes. We're working on that. Just be warned. And she kind of timidly backs up and lets you at her ship, or her CCU, and you situate yourself inside.
Really try hard to remember how to move one of these things.
You clamp your boots in. It takes a few tries because they're calibrated for human feet.
I am not CCU certified.
You are not CCU certified.
Definitely I'm not.
Might be worth noting. And as you figure out the controls again, you toggle them up and down, and you accidentally send the forklift arm spinning around in a massive decaying orbit before you make that roll, that piloting roll for me.
I will.
Please operate.
I will for you. Just because you ask. Does it? I don't think my it's handling and trust, so no. Just looking at my talents real quick.
Woo! One success. You managed to get that fork arm to stop spinning just before the CCU pilot who you took over for was about to step in. And You get it to stop on a dime. It's exactly in the correct calibration, and you ka-chunk down. You insert your arms, and you push those forklift arms towards the crates. And without further ado, you lift.
Actually, I have a question for the once I'm done with this, I have a question for the operator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you manage to get them all in. Takes maybe 30 minutes of stomping about. And
I also probably like the more I take confidence with this, the more I start doing stupid shit with it. So like the first two are just me doing it by the book, and then I start being kind of an idiot with it, but it's fine. Probably. Don't justle it.
There's a mechanic in this. You can re-roll and take one stress if you would like. This is called reaching. And usually you don't necessarily have to do this if you succeed on a roll, but it sounds to me like you want to show off. And that is
I am showing off.
That is something you can do with a twist. So if you want to...
Dear God, if this character wants to show off, I'll try again.
If you want to reach, tick off one on your stress.
If I'm known for something, is shooting myself in the foot.
Beautiful. Love this.
Wow! I'm a moron.
I just imagine.
See, what did I say? If I'm known for something.
I just imagine Bula right now is just sitting there with a slate and just like booped a button with a sinister grin.
Yeah, Bula's watching this and almost as if on cue, that last crate kind of ka-chunks, and as you were previously warned, the ISP leans really heavily to the left, and you try to steer it out of the way. But these are heavy crates, and that misstep ends up costing you rather dearly. And you try to salvage this. You were attempting to show off and get fancy with it, but now you're trying to salvage this, and you lean far to the right, and you almost crash right into Bula as she's looking at you and pressing buttons on her slate, and you stop moments in front of her head. She can feel the air tingling on her skaloo, her long skaloo. And, her life flashes before her eyes as she gains one edge from your misstep.
All right. Jeez, it was just a prank, bro.
Don't be standing around. You moron.
God.
Gee.
You
it's
can
obviously
see
it's obviously your fault to her, by the way.
You can see the operator
Just
grasping at her
around.
hair. She also went
Go
up
away.
an edge.
I'm gonna walk past the operator after all that and be like, "Yeah, I got my other shit out of the way. Saurus, V, don't look under your beds."
Fuck.
I'll look forward to the booth.
With all four crates solidly stowed away in your vessel now, you can clunk your way out of the vessel in this rented ISP, and transfer it back over to the operator, who looks you up and down and says, "Okay, yeah, you did it."
Most certainly, yes.
Yeah. Oh, whew. That was a fancy maneuver there.
Yeah, I'm all drenched. Well, how long before we depart?
You are asking me or the character?
Actually, I'm asking this person because I figured that they would know since they brought this stuff with.
Mm-hmm. You're scheduled to debark sometime in the next hour and a half.
Want to drink something?
She looks around. She looks you up and down and up because you are a lot taller.
Very much up.
And she says, "I have a I have a break coming up. Yeah. What do you drink?
Whatever is on the menu. I don't discriminate.
I know a place, but I have the fixings back at my apartment.
Sure, we can go there.
I make a pretty decent Weirnclaw. She says,
Exciting.
kind of excitedly.
Absolutely exciting. Let's go.
Cade is face palming like on the looking at the camera feed. It's like,
Yeah.
Bula just hops up and like pressing buttons like zooms the camera feed in. Kiss.
Oh no, absolutely. Watching V flirt is like one of the cringiest things in the history of space kind. She's not good at it.
It's very
It's
horny.
just big.
It's just an intercom like, you suck at this, just kiss her.
Looks up.
Cough.
Wow, tall.
Node, please prep us for flight. Our pilot will be delayed. And
By the way, Cade, give me a quick scrutiny.
I screwed. I ain't see shit. Do I have any
Okay,
reason
Can't
to
see
yeah,
do
shit,
this?
Captain.
I don't see
what
shit.
what you miss and what the audience gets to enjoy, but you don't. Nobody else in the crew gets to know is that you were actually slated for departure immediately upon delivery of the crates. But there was a brief change to that made by the operator claiming ISP malfunction. And yeah, an hour and a half later.
I'm just going to what because I was going to say I'm not an idiot, but I realized that might be constructed as a lie. So, because I'm not completely a moron, I'm gonna like slate text them to like use this hour to get rid of all the illegal stuff.
All right.
Try to pawn it off as me actually taking one for the team.
I get
It's complete bullshit, but
I see that and I'm like, all right, Bula, it's time for a business proposition. I want you to patch us into every suspect mesh and satellite here, particularly anyone lurking in the asteroid belt. Let them know you've got a 5-for-1 special. Buy bulk. Go fast.
Just cracks her little furry knuckles, cracks her neck. You got it, Chief. Just
All right.
a furious clackety.
Let's get a systems from Bula Dula. Let's get a communicate from Cade, and let's get an endurance from V.
I somehow got it. I somehow kind of knew that was coming. All right, don't betray
And a
me now.
mobility.
I believe this is just a straight systems, right? There's no modifiers on my end.
Unless your hacking
you
tool is applicable.
probably, yeah, you're probably doing some illegal stuff to get into the illicit networks. So I would say
Hey.
your hacking tools would benefit you on this.
Hey ho, let's go. Oh,
What is wrong with the Amelia?
Ooh.
It's just
You
What is
can-
wrong with me?
the luck of the dice. But you
I
did not-
you
might.
can
I
reach.
might reroll it.
Yeah, because
Am I
V,
rich?
Yeah, because V, you got
Remind
no
me
shock
again.
result.
You get a point of edge to do that?
Yeah.
You pop one in edge, and then
Piss. Why not?
And another important thing to know is the more of those shock results you see, like the one that Bula got, the worse your shock gets.
Yes.
The
Uh-huh.
worst is a level 3+, and that can take you out for a scene. But as
Look.
long as you're only getting the ones, it's not too bad.
Look, I'm here for a good time. Definitely not a long time.
Hell yeah.
That's for sure.
That's the plan.
All right, so Lee, was that
Yeah.
a new communicate check from you? That seems to have been, yes?
Yeah, well, sorry, I thought you said to make it communicate for like the wheeling and dealing.
That is indeed what I was asking for. I just wanted to make sure that I was looking at the right one. So you got one success.
Oh, come on,
Ooh,
Amelia.
Damn.
I'm so
All right.
sorry.
Wait.
The luck of the dice.
I love that I'm like, there, I'm built my car to do two things, and they just don't work.
Well,
These are
I did
like-
also ask for a mobility. So the two mean two different things.
Where's the mobility
Um,
one?
So maneuver is under alacrity.
Okay,
Oh, sorry.
maneuver.
Is it maneuver?
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. We've changed some words since.
Considering how things are going, oh, well, That one went well.
Good enough. I'll get to that in a second.
Again, a good time, not a long time. Got it. Got it.
Beautiful. All right, so Bula Dula, you reach out to your cousins, to your next door neighbors, to anybody that might be anybody, to anybody who would know anything about the things that you're trying to sell, right?
Cousin Vinny came back. He said, I owe him a lot more than a 5-for-1 deal. He ain't taking it, Chief.
That is exactly what happens. Not only that, though, you also end up getting pinged by Mother when you're trying to do all this hacky-wacky, and it seems like you accidentally stumbled in on a sugar pot. You wheel yourself right back out, though, before incriminating yourself. But Cade sees that shit.
How much is it going to take for you to not see shit?
I just facepalm and I say, all right, listen. If we can't sell it here, we can absolutely sell guns in Azure City. We've got the crates on board. I don't think customs is going to get us in Azure City. And we have the excuse we're taking it down to the planet. Yeah, fuck it. We ball.
Mm-hmm. So, Cade, you managed to... So once you decide that you're balling and you're gonna try and dump it all in Azure City, you do a little bit of reconnoitering on the legal systems and stuff, and you find somebody who claims they might have a connection to the Gray Flamingo shipping company that Bula Dula, you would recognize the name Gray Flamingo. They are a ground-level shipping company in Azure City that occasionally does some stuff for the Syndicate, you would note. And they might have connections to somebody who would be willing to take guns once you get there.
All right.
You've got a name. The name is Mara Singh.
Mara Sang?
Singh, I believe. Singh.
Mara Singh. Perfect.
And yeah, so that maneuver was a success. The endurance elicited an edge. What are we calling them?
Sorry, what?
What are the swirly dudes called again?
Shock results?
Yeah, shock result. Okay, I thought we had another term for them.
I mean, they're the entropy symbol, but...
Yeah, it's all right. You had 2 shock results. So I'm going to say...
Drunk as fuck.
The first... what's in your inventory right now? This is possibly the worst thing I can do to you with in the beginning of the game.
Wow. Just do me dirty.
What might you accidentally
armor, a
leave
gun,
behind?
and a dose of drug. Wanna take my drugs?
I'm gonna say that whatever drugs you might have had, you find they're no longer in your pocket, and when you get back to the ship, you have a good time. She definitely has a good time with that maneuver roll. It's not a long time. You definitely have some time left over after that hour and 30 minutes that she proposed. And you get back in 45. You're cleared for exit.
So ashamed by proxy.
And Cade, you notice that she's a little disheveled and a little
Doesn't
bit,
look happy.
Yeah, upset.
But then again, when does she?
I knew the ship could go warp speed, but I didn't think you could too.
I am going to hurt you a lot.
All right. Listen, we don't
I'm going to reach for Bula's head tentacles, like.
Oh god, not my feelies.
Melee
Grab
attack,
the
please.
feelies.
Oh my god. Listen.
Woo!
Oh
She's
no.
grabbing at you. Are you gonna counter that?
Oh yeah, I want to scurry like fuck.
All right, that's going to be a maneuver then.
Oh great, I don't have a single point in this.
Try to run.
Oh, this is
I'm coming over
You
here
are-
like, hey, break it up, people. We're about to run guns.
Don't you?
We're about to
do
run
not
guns
you
and
dare.
drugs. We're about to run guns and drugs to Azure City.
As the mention of drugs, like V's face gets even worse, and she just grabs both tentacles, just ties them together,
Oh god!
What do you
Just
ha-
hanging
what,
there.
what do you have
pushes
against?
Bula
What do
away.
you have against cybernetic anti-rejection medication? Come on.
That's agonizing to you, by the way. That's some like really special tingling pain. That's some
I'm just
like
hanging
you know
there like an Ahegao pinata.
torsion. That's some torsion you're experiencing right now.
God.
Oh,
Let
man.
me down, you freak!
Go up
I'll
an
let
edge.
you down. No, you just gotta untie yourself. Have
Oh
fun.
god! Oh, you tied me up, you sadist.
Yeah. No, just the antenna, to be fair.
Oh.
Just the most sensitive part of your body. It's okay.
If you can stay on your feet, that's fine. I don't know
goody.
if you can.
Yeah,
but-
I don't know. I think tying
If
those
they
things
catch-
together is akin to getting kicked in the groin.
Hey.
Yes.
Listen. Got a little heat. If somebody walks in and sees this, we're gonna have a lot of questions and peacekeepers here. Okay, cut it out. B.
But no one
Hello.
should get on our ship then.
Yeah. I'm working on it. Meanwhile, get us out of this fucking system. You're the pilot. Come on, boom. And I'm trying to like get Bula untied.
Yeah, you hear a ping on your
Yeah,
On
I'm
your
gonna get on that.
communications?
I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna get on that driver's seat before anything goes plane shaped.
You have been cleared for exit as of just now. The operator said it was a shorter delivery than expected.
Well, yes, I'm glad that everything's gone smooth.
You do not
and
get to
fl-
talk about this. Let's just leave.
Smooth and fluid. Yes, we will be seeing you next time we're in the system. And I hit hang up.
In space, nobody can hear you scream, which is why I'm gonna bring ourselves in space so I can scream very loudly.
All right, roll me that operate check, please. And you know what? If you want to floor it out of the gate, I'm gonna give you the bonus of your talent.
Oh,
Thanks.
God.
And come, Mark, get ready.
Whee!
Ah.
All
Grabbing
right.
Desk.
It zooms.
Cade, you get an extra edge as you were getting pinged just as you scream out of the gate.
Oh yeah,
and-
like V is not in a good mood. She's probably gonna like as soon as she can see the light between the two, of the opening dock, she just floors it, almost scrapes the ship against the landing pad.
Like, against the station, yeah.
Yeah,
Do
probably
you listen
does
to
like
music?
probably does like a little twist with the ship as they go away, just enough to make everyone else uncomfortable.
Beautiful. Do you listen to music on your way out, by the way? What sort of music do you like? Does your character like?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Do you listen to music while you drive? I know I do.
Loudly, so
Yeah. You probably
loudly
blast.
so.
Let's see. I
It's some
wonder what.
it's some weird whatever space post-industrial is. It's just aggressive, but not in the like metal aggressive. It's more like this is attempting to heal your ears by quality, not by quantity.
I've got music playing that I imagine would be somewhat similar. You blast the tunes, you nearly scrape the station, you do a little twist. Everybody's feeling a little bit nauseous, and Cade, I'm gonna say that you also go up one more edge as you realize that ping was them telling you to leave cautiously. There was another ship coming, and you see that ship coming as it comes out of warp space right above you, and you dive. You dive right under that ship.
Woo!
You're sucked in by the gravity, and you use that to propel yourself even faster. You are speeding faster than the Kogia probably should be at this juncture due to a little help from that extra gravity. And everybody in the ship is a little on edge as you finally manage to press yourself into cold space. as a massive yawning tear in space-time merges, elicited by your machinery in this vessel. And,
Oh yeah, there is definitely a
sucks you
moment
right
of tension where B forgets which pedal does the drive thing. Which pedal actually opens the drive, and then it's oh right, yeah.
Yes. It's a very tense situation that definitely could have been avoided if
Oh,
your driver was in
absolutely.
a better better headspace leaving.
Or just the Vex.
And yeah, you're safely in the motions now. Your vessel spending some time in the unreal between areas and popping out every now and then to open more portals to get you closer to where you're going.
In
You haven't
time,
got a
I will
month.
apologize. I will apologize to Bula, but very passive aggressively.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no problem.
I rub my temples.
Actually, I'm going to say about a week before you get there. It is definitely time enough to drop in a cryo if you wanted to, because this is just empty space you're going through right now.
I don't hate driving to empty space though.
All right.
Cage
Well,
is gonna spend this time like inventorying all of their illicit goods and preparing them to be dropped. Like, not even in the system. Like, I don't think we want to land with them. I think we just want to like accept the money, pump them out the hatch, and then keep flying behind the moon or something.
Good. I'm gonna spend all this time heckling Cade as she does so. Like, nerd.
The
Oh,
nerd. I'm
Nerd.
the one who lines up the money. Yes, I'm.
Well,
the
That's
shit
why we
nerd.
never have enough money.
We're getting 10 times. Come on, and maybe
Could have
if you
been
did,
15.
maybe if you did a little less driving fast into gravity wells, we wouldn't have fucked up over Tau Ceti. All right?
It's always Tauchadi with you.
I'm
I did
sorry.
nothing wrong.
We were gonna be rich. I mean, relatively rich. We were gonna be, not Skibadob rich, but Spirit of Rin rich. Come on. Listen, all we gotta
Bula,
do
you feel
is get to the
personally
hospital.
offended by this.
I never asked to be rich.
Okay, but you want the money, don't you?
I suppose I do.
So you want to be a little rich, and we're going to be a little more rich when this all goes over nice and easy. But we're going to be big time fucked if the Trinity, for some reason, on a world lousy with gun runners, pulls us over and asks, hey, you got any guns on board? Oh, that's very nice, but let me come on board and check. We can't land with it. We can't. I mean, we could. I mean, honestly, if we bribe people. But bribes, that's going to take out of our money. No bribes.
I mean, there's a lot of boxes
yeah,
in it.
we can.
Do you think that would care if one did not make it?
You mean the rejection trucks?
Will they notice?
They'll notice. This stuff is definitely going to be weighed
yes.
and measured. The only way we could do it is if we cut in fakes, and then we're going to give someone what? Fake combat rejection drugs, and they're going to die? That's going to be way too much heat. I think that we're going to have to move all of these units. I say, looking at the
Yes,
fork rates.
mommy.
Tell it to the AI.
I don't know. You two have a lot in common.
Well, what? I run a logistics network, and I'm
Human.
very intelligent. I mean,
Look, I know it's not your fault that you were born human.
Yeah. Blow it out your airlock, V. Come on, let's line it up.
Bula, I'm gonna say, if you would like, you could have spent some of this time either resting and relaxing in style in your cryopod, like a normal person might spend a week in dead space, or researching the ground floor stuff that you haven't been to the system in a while. You could freshen up and get to better know the system so that you can be prepared for any of the newer changes to things.
You know, I have I have my base level knowledge of this stuff, but yeah, it's been a while. Let's freshen that up a little bit.
All right, give me a system. So you're scrolling through your net. The mesh.
Just the base systems, right? I'm not really hacking. or anything.
Yeah. It's not really easy to hack when you're traveling in Unreal speeds through space.
Oh! I mean, come on! I got to be able to hit like a LAN every once in a while, right?
I mean, you get bits and pieces of information when you
Yes.
stop.
Yeah,
but...
so like the wormholes we're tearing will by design come near Trinity listing posts. The problem is how near it is, because if it's like a light year away, you're not gonna get the ping pong in time. But if it's closer than that,
yeah. But you do manage to get up to date information, and that contact that you heard of, Mara Singh, she's still kicking around. She's still wheeling and dealing in town. So you feel you have a good idea as to who you might be able to reconnoiter with in terms of shipping those guns and other illicit things to. And let's see. What would you like to spend that twist on? You could do any number of things with systems, but one of the bigger ones that you could do is get more information. Particularly at this juncture, you're not really hacking anything. A lot of the systems roles are related to hacking or learning things about the environment.
How far can I push that information then? Would it be possible for me to get like a predetermine a good secret form of contact to Mara? Like, hey, this is the channel that's nice and private, nice and early contact. Get this set up real good.
I'm going to say that with your single success, you could probably get yourself geared to, once you get in system, hook up to the Gray Flamingo's network. Potentially even get a Gray Flamingo shipping agent to facilitate the delivery, in fact. And with that extra success, you might learn extra information about the ground level issues facing Azure City at the moment.
Yeah.
Particularly related to this particular job.
Yeah, you know what? Let's milk ground level intelligence.
So, what you learn with just a little digging is something you kind of already knew. You were in the SCUSA, and they absolutely hated a Thren by the name of Lady Pain. It's a taken name, of course, but a lot about her is taken. She runs a cybernetic enhancement operation, which is very, very tentatively masquerading as a legitimate operation, in which she, enhances people with their preferred cybernetics. It's also a combination medical facility and kink club. It's a very weird thing, and the SCUSA absolutely hated her because she made bank. Very, very crucial to the syndicate's operations on Azure City. And Lady Pain's operation required a degree of cooperation with the local hospital in Cyan City. She would provide cybernetic enhancements, and the hospital would, make sure that they weren't rejected. Little scratch me, tit for tat kind of situation. But you discover through not much research, the SCUSA has been hitting shipments. Every single shipment into this system that is trying to provide medical aid to Azure City has been hit by a SCUSA affiliate. it's different people, different modes of operation. But the SCUSA is preventing all medical shipments from reaching their destination.
Okay. Wow. Is Kate still not in cryo, right?
I don't think anybody decided to go into cryo. It was just a week.
Oh shit, my mic was off.
I will stop heckling you for like enough time that you can do your job. I think.
Nice.
We switched. Also, we switched again. Sorry, it's just that I think the problem is that me leaving on the other side of the ocean is something that Zoom doesn't love.
Oh yeah.
It keeps dropping me when it's like, your connection to the Americas is not that great, which surprising.
I can reshuffle you within the Zoom call. Though.
So right now you are Pat, which is interesting to see.
Nice.
We switch every now and then.
But
Hey.
So Cade tries to do her job, and then Bula comes up, and I'm like, yes, Bula. Situation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like do the finger curl, like you need to see this.
Yeah, sure.
Look, I don't know if that whole confidence lady, I don't have a lot of confidence or patience left for her, knew about this, but the SCUSA, they've been hitting shipments like what we got.
Like what we got, or like what we got?
Like what we got, the legal stuff, what we got.
Oh, so the real reason they picked us.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The reason that they picked us, the SCUSA, been people like us.
All right, here's the plan. You
We
need
got
to.
shields on this thing, right?
You need to. All right. Shields. We got the hull, and we have that nice Rast IR cornea set up. Other than that, there's the asteroid buster and that MEV particle beam. We don't have. There's no special woobly wooblies here, pal. We need to not get hit. All right. Team meeting time. And I get on the call and I'm like, V, where are you? We gotta have a little conversation.
Where is V at this moment? I'm gonna say you're most of the way there. You're maybe a day towards your location. What do you think you'd be doing about a day in advance?
Every now and then, Mark has to leave his room.
Yep. Every now and then, Mark
allows
leaves his room.
me something like 5 minutes to crack in and attempts to find where he hid the stash of books this time.
Just creeping on Mark. Got it.
So you're,
No, I want to see I want to see those comics.
You're getting
All
at
right.
the literature.
Yeah. Mark
Yeah.
is taking his weekly shower. Actually,
Yes,
it's
that's prime
monthly,
period because it's a long shower.
but it is a long shower. It's basically like an hour a month in the shower. You're pretty convinced that Mark is actually half newsfly.
That could be
Anyway,
actually
looking for-
cool that pic.
Looking for that cliterature.
I
I
am.
see.
Yeah, like now I'm even more intrigued.
yeah.
So like I'm
Um,
probably at like lifting whatever passes for his bed when I get
Yeah.
that call.
He has a crate that's covered in a mattress, which is incredibly gross. Which is covered in a mattress, which is slightly newer, but
That's
you know when he
disgusting.
got it,
Ah,
it was on the
yeah.
side of the road. And then there's a small comforter on top of a bed sheet, on top of another bed sheet, on top of a fourth bed sheet, and then a big blanket. And on top of that is what he sleeps on. So
Well,
you
whatever.
think it might be
When I
in
get
some of
the
them.
call, I think I will probably go back, but very very angrily.
All right, I want no. So everybody, drop yourself to one edge. I'm gonna put you at one edge because I know you got a whole bunch of edge in the intro.
Yeah.
But it's been a week, so you probably get most of that gone. Give me a quick scrutiny though.
I'm not great at it. So
You know, it's a quick.
oh, let's go.
All right.
Give me that. Give me
You
that.
initially look in the crate.
Space mat.
There's nothing in the crate.
Ah,
But then
shit.
you look under that first mattress and bingo, there's the
Aha.
jackpot. The most current and up-to-date collection of his browsing
Whoa.
material.
Lonely
bunch of-
space vixens.
I will
Bunch
only
of
take
printed comics
one.
by
Because
an
I will only
artist
take
known
one.
as Zaunus.
Uh-huh. I will only take one because I don't actually hate the man. I just wish he shared a little more.
Yeah. You push aside something from Incase, something from Therachaos, and
Holy
you know,
shit!
something from let me
These
think.
aliens
Angerboda.
really look like me, huh?
And well, you know, Incase was back in the war days. The poor guy was tasked by the human empire to create awful propaganda against the war effort. But you know, or for the war effort. But you know, he was secretly anti-war because he just drew the Threns so well.
Right?
You know that he was secretly on the Thren side.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go back in the other room, like waving that.
There's
Like,
also
look
a
at
really big
this.
comic from Zaunus. It's just huge, really detailed art, just beautiful
Yeah,
stuff.
it's called It Came From Uranus.
Yeah, exactly. you grab both of them.
Yeah.
And on your way back, that's the second success there.
I'm gonna throw the Uranus one to Cade as I assumedly this is human stuff. They're probably more interested than me.
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
bit more human. There's
Wow.
human and alien. It's a lovely mix.
So this is fascinating. We've also made a fascinating discovery, which is we've been fucking set up. Every
Nah,
shipment of
I
these
got
drugs,
a fascinating discovery. Look at this.
Nah, listen here.
I'm-
We're gonna die.
Wazi, what's
That looks really good. Yeah, okay, but
I
we're gonna do
know.
with some great porn. So I mean, come on.
Listen,
We
great
wanna see the
rack,
good side.
but we're about to get racked, okay?
All right, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like, amazing slot, but we're slotted in. So the Scusa have been hitting every shipment into the system, carrying what we're carrying. And we're an official shipment, meaning they know it's coming. So,
And the worst part is, there's not even a label for whoever's hitting these shipments. It's apparently like, one day it's a cruiser, one day it's, a little TIE fighter or something. We don't even know.
Here's the plan. We can change where we're set to. We haven't gone through our final wormhole yet because we just be there. Say we're not gonna come out in the center of the system as close as we can get. We're gonna come out in the shadow of one of the outer planets. We're gonna find Podunk Nowhere Space Station, and we're going to put out the rumor that we have pawned off the job, and our real cargo is just guns. Because our real cargo is just guns.
I love your
I'm going to
enthusiasm.
look at you throughout this entire conversation like, yeah, no.
I'm just gonna like, I love your enthusiasm, but I don't
lost
really
me.
want to go from the Scusa to mother being up our ass.
Listen,
You lost me. And
we're not gonna
What?
call up Mother and tell her we're running guns. We're just gonna, sell a few guns at the station so people know we have guns, and then put out a little feeler to the underworld, and then just start the rumor, and then hopefully we won't get lit up by the Scusa.
yeah.
I think
no.
this can go horribly wrong, but I'm willing to roll the dice.
What's
I
the
don't-
plan then?
I don't get it.
All
But,
right.
okay, so-
they know our ship is coming. They know the black
Uh-huh.
hole is coming. They know we're full of their drugs.
Uh-huh.
The drugs that they should hit
Yeah.
every ship that comes in with.
Mhm.
That means the Scusa is going to ambush us if they think we have the
Okay.
drugs.
I got you.
We have to convince them we don't have these drugs, even though we do.
Uh-huh.
Because we are smugglers. We lie about what we have. It's our job.
Out of character question. When these ships are clearly going through checkpoints or whatever, there's if you've been like sanctioned for official deliveries and such, I'm assuming that you would like your ship code or whatever is pinged into checkpoints or something, right?
You are supposed to hit certain checkpoints, yes. Sometimes, due to the unpredictability of space, you don't have that luxury. So you could do what Lee is suggesting. It might take some finagling with the authorities.
Basically,
No, I was gonna say like I agree with the from the shadow side, but I'm wondering if it'd be possible because if there's supposed to be checkpoint sequences, if Bula can put a false positive of hitting a checkpoint, that like
Yes.
our ship has hit this checkpoint and then we go the other way.
we are.
Yeah,
Here's
absolutely.
the problem, though. So in like basically all space, you have to keep your transponder plugged in, and anyone who pings you will get your transponder back. The only way to avoid that is to pull our transponder, which is wildly illegal, and will need some sort of explanation. So I'm thinking we pull the transponder before we get there, and then only plug it back in when we are in the shadow of a big planet. So people will just look like, oh, we came out behind this planet, but we didn't realize.
Do we? What if we do not get pulled by the rust?
But if we don't get found?
Yeah. No. They can find us. They just don't need to catch us. Right?
But here's the problem with that. This ship, this system is crawling with ships. Many of them raft cruisers and yachts and other vessels. We have no way of knowing which one is Skuza, and any of them could jump us.
Could we even outrun half of them?
If it
I mean,
if it
we've got a
jumps
pretty
us,
fast ship.
if it jumps us, it's clearly a problem. I don't
mean,
get it.
You just need to. If you can fly us fast enough, we're all right. But it only takes one missile to our reactor to put us in a very bad space. So we're gonna have to be on our toes. We either try and get as close as we can and bum rush it, or try and take some sort of sneaky route on the edge. That's what it comes down to.
I hate
I
poking
personally am a fan of at the last minute pulling out that transponder, hitting a false signal, and beelining it as hard and as fast as possible.
That makes way more.
But if we get caught
Sense
without
to
our
me.
if we get caught without the transponder in, I mean,
And we just fry their systems and
Then
go.
we make up a little lie that like, oh yeah, we did hit the checkpoint. A little head on, and it might have jolted the ship a little bit. And, transponder kind of boop, and
it's gonna be hard to sell. We'll probably have to bribe someone. But
I don't think.
To
it
be
would
fair,
hard.
everything we got is hard to sell.
Anyone who ever seen me fly this probably will believe it.
we have
That is
going
true.
for
You're a
us.
terrible pilot.
What?
All
So
right,
you
all right.
attempt to reach for
Terribly-
your.
I step
I'm
between
gonna
two of
get
them.
your-
No, not again.
terribly wonderful. Terribly wonderful.
We need to spend. Yeah. All right.
Better.
All right. Listen.
I-
We need to be ready because
Oh yes.
we're gonna get all right,
random person is in shot. I do agree that was kind of a setup, but after Tau Seri, I'm taking anything.
Ooh, after Tau Ceti, what can we do?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, all right. So Dula, you want to be sneaky. B, you just want to put the pedal to the metal, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the plan.
Except it's more like all commons.
22 hours to system.
Here's
entry.
here's my new proposal.
Are we marrying?
We are going. We sell the guns. We jettison the crates. And our official explanation is we've undergone a malfunction and had to jettison some cargo. Officially, we jettison the drugs. Unofficially, we show up with the drugs and say, whoops, that was a mistake. We jettison something else. Whoever we sell the guns to picks up the guns, and then the Skuza attacks them instead, while we get to the planet with drugs and sell the drugs. We keep all the money, and we lose the heat. until the Scusa realize that isn't really what happened, and then we have to run really fast.
Are they gonna pick up on this plan in real time? Because in here we've got a big elaborate plan, but on the outside of this wormhole, it looks like we did fuck all nothing.
21.5 hours.
I shrug, and I'm like...
I agree, but we need to jettison a different thing.
What do we
Right?
need to, what do we need
You
to
do
jettison?
have a legitimate shipment of like
I'm
food
gonna
and
I'm
stuff.
gonna mismark, but I guess. She's clearly suggesting you jettison Mark's part of the ship and just move on with your life. Like, yeah,
Alright.
it's the least important thing on board.
The propulsion system and reactor? What are
Oh,
you
no.
gonna fly with?
No,
Pedal
no,
power?
no. Just use room.
I don't think that we're gonna... I don't think that one's gonna work. It has to be cargo. We have to throw a crate out the back.
Could we potentially switch the contents of the crates? Maybe
You
they're
could switch the guns with the medical shipment. Yeah, like if you get boarded, they'll
Silence,
take the.
weirdly voiced AI. Do not put things in our brains. They are quite empty.
You know, I've mentioned you've got guns. I've mentioned you've got medical equipment. You also have like a shipment of like food rations for whatever podunk system you were headed towards. That's your legitimate self.
We spend the next like 10 hours decrating all of the drugs, putting them in an unmarked crate that is presently full of guns. We put all of the guns in the drug crate. We announce, oh no, we're having to jettison our drugs. We can't go back for them. I hope some good Samaritan does. And then we've actually sold the guns in those crates to someone. We take the drugs in the gun crate to the planet, say, oh hey, it was actually a cargo mix-up. We have the drugs. Let's go to the hospital. We arrive at the hospital, give them the drugs, we get the money, we get the fuck out before the Scusa puts us on a hit list.
So
Sound
you're
good?
broadcasting that you're getting rid of guns as opposed to your legitimate cargo of food.
No.
Yeah.
We are claiming that we are getting rid of our legitimate cargo of drugs. Because that is the lure. The Scusa doesn't care about any of our cargo other than the drugs.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we are convincing them we don't have the drugs on board. That's the only way to not get shot by them, in Cade's opinion, is to make
I
them
think this
we don't have the
finally
drugs.
makes sense to me.
Okay.
Although she does ask the next time you just use the sock puppet that she made specifically for you for this.
I'm like, B, I appreciate the beautiful craftsman, the beautiful craftsmanship.
Took me a lot of time.
I know, but how is me talking with the sock puppet going to make the team meetings go
Gives
faster?
an air of authority to the whole thing.
Authority at the...
Yeah.
So,
One is a little hat.
We truly are a melting pot of cultures here on the black hole. A black hole of culture, one could say. All right.
as you finish these remarks, you know, the clock reminds you that T minus blah, 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 and time seems to fade for you as we cut to black on this conversation and resume it as you begin your entry to the Tinglong system. And the black hole finds itself in a vivid and vibrant system. You see the two dragons' eyes, mere stars in your perception. Azure City being on one of them, and the other occupied by the Rast. You fly through the asteroid belt and passing the Sea Drinker station in orbit of Tinglong 2, and you begin the most trafficked route on your way. What do you do?
I come around the console with the hand puppet on, and I point at V. And
I appreciate.
And I say, okay, time to stall. Make it look like we're having issues or something. And then I turn to Bulo, still with the hand puppet, and say, get us a buyer fast.
Papa with the hat makes things happen. I will.
I legitimately cannot take you seriously with a freaking sock on your hand.
I made that.
I can
Listen.
tell. Clickety clack.
V worked very hard on creating this, and we're going to appreciate it. Now, let's fly.
The
Um,
operating check. I'm
Yes.
assuming there's going to be some systems finagling. Zanus.
I'm
sorry.
gonna put out. Are we
Do-
still going with the plan that putting out the distress call, like, oh god, something happened?
Yeah, but we're not,
ejecting-
we can't do that until we have the sail lined up, because
Okay.
we're making our buyer look like a good Samaritan.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes. So,
Is there
Hold
any
on.
modifier for specifically driving the ship? Does the ship have like modifiers that I should take into
um,
consideration?
So
for
the
my rolls?
thrust, the thrust right now is technically +0, but if we call Mark and we say, "Oh hi, Mark," dump it all into thrust.
Oh, I have a +1 thrust
Yeah.
modifier.
let me
I'm
look,
just on
yeah,
my
let me
own.
look
So.
at your
Yeah, but basically, Mark
shows.
can move all of our power to thrust, and then you'll have a +3 from the ship.
I think it's fine for now.
Okay, so we'll, but yeah, so we
I'll
can move that
I'll
around
just use
between.
my own.
Yeah, we can move the power between like the different guns and thrust to give us different options.
Right. Thrust is going to come
Oh,
up when
wow.
you're. Oh, you
Oh,
can.
one other
put it-
thing.
I will.
One other
I
thing,
will.
when you re-roll with the ship, there's one extra way you can do it. We can spend one of the ship AI's processing to get you that reroll.
Yeah, don't bother.
All right.
I'm gonna shoot myself in the
So,
other foot, the one that I still haven't shot myself into.
Bula Jula, very important.
What is with me?
Oh my god. All
What
right,
have I
beautiful.
done to
So,
deserve this? In my who was I in my former life?
It's because
Like-
of the Tau Ceti job.
Shit.
You're
You can-
getting, you're literally
can
getting
sp-
trauma
you can
from
spend
the Tau
you
Ceti
can,
job
you
showing
can
up
spend
on
the
your.
processing to re-roll even
I
if
can
you,
get-
even if you have the shock result. If you want.
Okay, fine. I will take the processing thing. How does that work?
All right. So it's basically like you just roll all the dice again, except just roll all the dice again, but we'll ignore the shock
But we
dice.
take one off of the at the moment it doesn't really matter, but we
Okay.
take one off of the
Yes.
process.
Well, that's better.
Success. The black hole
You
succeeds.
have enough to show off.
I don't. I'm not showing off at all. He looks like miserable doing this.
Because damn, really must have been affected by this. Sheesh.
That
I look
steady job. Not nice.
I look
We the
up
bad guys?
I look up and I'm like,
Bad guys.
I might be having a bit of a Tau Ceti flashback here, but we do have that bio lined
Do
up,
Do not.
right? I looked directly at the screen and I was like, I still remember the time it happened.
I'm warning you. Do not.
The
Systems,
clock
okay.
said 6:02. Time for the 10-minute break.
Beautiful, perfectly timed, Bula. We will pick up on what that systems results in after our 10-minute break. Okay, everybody, take 10, use the bathroom, get yourself some rations, drink some water, touch grass if that's your persuasion of self-care. Otherwise, I don't know, 10 minutes isn't that much time, so don't get too involved.
I can make
See
it
ya.
work.
You know what? I believe you.
Unless
believe
you're
it.
all real terribly like me.
Then you can get it done in 10 minutes.
I mean,
You will die. Painfully.
Cade said it with the hand pump.
if you're V, you can probably get off. But
I'll
10
be
minutes
right
isn't that much time.
I hate this so much. You're cackling like a witch.
All right, I'm back. Everybody else back?
I have returned with mango chips.
What?
Ooh, chips.
Decadent. So decadent.
What are we doing this decadent?
I'm a lady of class.
Mango chips.
All right, marvelous. So y'all have a cool plan.
I wouldn't call it a plan. I wouldn't call it cool.
A really cool reaction.
It's
Yeah,
a plan that's
reaction.
It's a plan that's been explained through the use of a sock puppet that's kind of built like a trend. But it has a hat.
I
and
just-
the hat
I
makes
can't-
the things happen.
I can't unsee the sock puppet just being Kermit for some reason.
It's
Thread
Kermit
Kermit?
with a
Yeah,
pair
it's
of,
just
yeah, with a
Thread
pair of
Kermit.
horns.
I'm trying to imagine Kermit with like the horns.
Dying.
Yeah, his name's
You-
Thermit.
I guess my
Kermit!
question. I guess my question, Lee, is how good is your Kermit voice?
Lee,
Fuck. Every
You're
time
on the
I think
spot here.
everything I think Kermit, I immediately go to Jordan Peterson. So
Jordan Peterson
It's-
will have a terrible
it's-
time. It's full
it's-
of woke moralists in here.
oh,
The galaxy of
We're-
woke moralists.
we have a 300 MeV particle beam. We'll see who cancels who. Yes. So with a sock bucket ahead, I'm like,
If only the sock
There's-
puppet was Kronk.
it's
oh god, that would be
I'll be
lovely.
honest with you, not having access to the letter S is being challenging, but I do love allowing myself to like extend an R sound for like 2 seconds. Oh, I love it. It's a thing that you get to do all the time in Italian, but in English, it's all this like yeah sound whenever you do a good R. You never get a good R, you know?
Yes.
Very happy.
I love
Very
the
happy
rolled
about to do
R.
that.
we,
It's
we
just-
cannot roll them to save our lives.
Yeah. Well, I can do both. You know, I've got the German arm, and I've got the Spanish arm. I've got them both. There's actually a Thren dialect that is that combines the two and sounds. They're two different distinct letters in the alphabet. But that's not one that I spent actual time world building on. It's just the Merar dialect.
So we're gonna marauder our way.
I just
XD
love that I just love that
into-
it's supposed to be Tren. Oh, I love it. Yes,
into
please more.
the
Tren.
territory. We're going to drop the crates once we have the buy-up, and then we're gonna fly real fast.
Yeah. So
That's
what
why it's all
about
coming
that?
Drop the crate. Drop the crate. Fly.
So
real fast.
our
And if they ask why
Yeah.
our reactor's having issues, I'm gonna say it's punishment from the void for the crime of existence. And I make a little tear emoji on my sock puppet.
I'd say put a sock in it, but that would just require me shoving your ass into your mouth.
My existence is pain right now.
Vula Dula, you are really the
Kate
hero.
nods and thinks to herself, "Wow, I'm a really good communicator. I'm really bringing the team together right now."
Yeah.
And she just like kicks up her her feet on the desk and is like, "All right, well, time to see
You're
how
the
the cards
hero of the
fall."
moment.
I have maxed
you-
out my charisma.
We just be like, I'm so happy charisma rolls have been called for. That one time, so happy. Anyway, on the subject of people who actually matter, Vula Dula, you have succeeded in that systems check to communicate this failure and run it through logistical, logistics in the mother network. It doesn't take much to pop that hatch, drop the crates that you had in question, and ship it off to the right places. Lee, give me another communicate roll to see how well you articulate this as you enter the system, claiming reactor failure. You're not
having-
immediately hailed, but you have the opportunity of being the initiator in this
All right,
instance.
so we got the Hayfinger, got the deal. I'll line up, and I'm like, "All right, putting out the message." And I
Yeah,
get
Vula
on like
Dula, you line
I
up
get on
with-
like a handy cam somewhere where like nobody else is in sight, so they can pretend that we're all freaking out. And I put on the little like red flashing light, and I'm like, "Hello, this is the black hole. Due to a reactor malfunction, part of our cargo bay has become untenable for its cargo. We have important drugs that is anti-cybernetic rejection drugs that we are jettisoning. I am going to attach with this communication the precise specifications and amount. We're going to have to ask. We cannot turn around. We need to make straight for harbor. We're gonna have to. We're gonna go straight to the hospital afterwards. We're gonna have to ask someone, anyone, out of the goodness of their heart, to collect these. These are vital for the people in Azure City. And I'm gonna make that communique roll while my fucking ass off. All right.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. You see a portly, stately woman with very short hair and very little temper come on. I don't have art for her, but I do actually intend to draw this person. Ooh, we got a dangerous to go alone for Cade. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Ow. And she says, hello, this is the network authority. Oh, goodness. We will requisition vessels to take your shipment. Please dock at the most distant port to the system station. Not Wave Shaper, the other one. The Wave Shaper is under RAST authority. Please dock at Trinity Lunar Lotus number 5002. We will
certainly send our
take
ship
you and
there.
address your reactor.
We certainly we'll dock the Kogia there, but we're going to need to take one of our shuttles down the planet.
Affirmative. Noted. Dock at the Lunar Lotus 5002, and we will receive you there. We will have mechanics on staff to facilitate this. Requisitioning vessels as we speak. Send coordinates, please.
Understood.
You successfully sold
we're
it.
going to see if there are local free merchants that can help assist the drugs. We want to minimize the time that they're going to have to be exposed to the void in those crates, just in case any passing radiation doses the lot. And I am making
flustered.
I am making hand signals off the side of the camera and shaking a little bit, like, whoa. Sorry, we have a bit of a turbulence here. I'm going to have to go, but we'll send you the details. Ding. All right. Hula, we have those buyers, right?
Do we have these bias?
Yeah, so with your systems check, Mara Singh, as soon as you got into the system, responded immediately. Seems like she has a pretty set up network. The Gray Flamingo will be waiting for you when you get to the ground. And the Gray Flamingo has also suggested Unsavory Ted as the most likely recipient of your guns. Unsavory Ted is a huge fan of guns and not a fan of system security.
All right, I'm gonna send Ted a message that just says, transfer us, 1/3, like half the value of the guns, and we will, for this many guns, and we will transit you the coordinates of crates full of those guns. They're marked as medicine, but they're guns.
Yeah, Unsavory Ted is actually on vacation south of this system at the moment. But his understudy, who is a huge fan of electrical grids, does come on, and he says, "Hi, I'm Zodiac. Welcome to the Qinglong system. I'll be taking your guns for sure. Here's your payment, and you're transferred over half of the payment under the assumption that they will be receiving the rest of it. And give you the payment
sounds
then.
good. I'm gonna say, no funny business. When you confirm the shipment, send us the other half. If you don't, well, give them a wink.
I have a reputation to uphold. Ted might be able to take vacations whenever he likes, but I actually have to do my job."
Bula just screeches out from the background. I found his bank account number. If he fucks with us, I got it.
Well, maybe you'll be the savory, Ted. Have fun.
Here's the hoping.
Did they actually believe you?
That's a good question. I want an insight. Does it look
Yeah,
like
go
they,
for it.
Did they believe?
Yeah. Give me an insight.
Riding on that
With
edge.
one success, it seems like the exacerbated woman who did not give you a name, but addressed herself as head of administration here, did actually believe you. Unsavory Ted's understudy Zodiac, perhaps less so, but did send you over half of what you were asking for, which was like a quarter of what these guns would be worth. He's not feeling the pain, and it's not his money. So.
All right, so we're flying.
And as you are flying, you notice before any entity that you've done business with actually shows up, a Rast yacht emerges from the darkness. It hadn't been running a transponder, and obviously that's illegal. But as soon as you see it, you notice that ping. It says the Black Dragon's asset, and it looks like it is not pursuing you, but rather getting at those crates.
All right, we're gonna keep flying straight, and I'm gonna say that's them. That's them. That's definitely them. We just play it cool. We play it cool. That's them. Play it cool.
We can outrun them.
Yeah, go fast. Go fast. And I'm going to give you an order. I'm going to say... Okay, quote. Sorry. Go... Okay, give you an order. I have a talent orderer, right? So I'm going to say...
You don't know my mom.
I'm going to say... I'm not your mom.
I'm your
but
mom
on the
now,
ship,
bitch.
I am mommy. And I'm going to say, go fast. And I'm going to...
Okay, no, if you attempt to impose yourself like that, she will, like, stand up from her seat, rather.
And I'm like, So you get...
Are we going to have a problem?
I'm going to say, that ship right there was going to shoot at us. Go fast.
Oh, yeah, sure. All right, I will for the sake of not dying do this, but I'm not happy.
You gain a modifier of 2 to your roll because I gave you the communicate.
Yeah, so all of this takes like
communication
space-time.
Sounds better.
Yeah, all of this takes space time, and as they get to the crates, you can they're basically a bleep in your radar right now. They're not very visible, but you assume that they dawdle for a second at the crates, realize what's in them. And then what you do notice is hard burn in your direction. And this is going to be an opposed operate check.
I did take my operate.
You did take your operate, and I'm gonna tell you what theirs is real quick. Give me 1 second here as I find the correct NPC slot. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna... I know what the role should be. Let's make it that. Ignore the human pilot. It's definitely not a human.
Definitely a human pilot.
And they have...
Hello, yes, I am a human.
They've got this AI.
Yes, please. For if you don't mind, roll for me. I accidentally dropped out of roll 20.
Okay, so do you want them to spend a process to reroll that?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna go and do that. Fatal error. That's frustrating.
That's not great.
Yeah, that's kind of bad sounding.
Shit, they gain 1 more success over what we gained. How many encounter units away should they be?
They're on your tail. I will, however, say that if you would like to put a either put processing, another fatal error. Ooh, this isn't good. Either you can put processing
into an incognito window.
Yeah, that's smart. Either you can put processing or you can re-roll.
So my question is, so their reroll adds to each other?
Yeah. So what you do?
Was mine too?
Yeah. Yours does as well.
Oh,
yours does as well. So like new successes, so you like, technically speaking, what you do is like if you want to re-roll that, you do -2 modifier from what you had because you're not re-rolling. You like basically think of it like physical dice. You'd gather up your dice that weren't successes and leave the successes on the board. So you will never lose successes from your re-roll.
Okay,
You'll always take them forward.
Incognito seems to have worked.
So it's this pool -3.
Yes, but if you just put -3, it won't. Hold on, wait. So do you want to reroll via processing or via reaching?
What's the difference for me here?
The thing is, you got a shock result. You can't reach on a shock result.
Oh,
So
okay.
right now, your only choice is that. But yeah, generally speaking, what you would
Okay,
do
well-
is if you could reach here, right? You'd do -2 on the modifier, and you just wouldn't add the edge yet, because that way you won't re-roll the edge that came up as success.
Okay. So in order to do it with process instead.
And so we're down to 2 processing, and yes,
How would I do that instead?
Just roll it at -2 modifier, and we'll ignore the edge dice.
Okay. Come on.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Yes.
I am back in. Ooh, 2 successes. We
Alright,
ignore the
so
edge
we,
dice.
We slingshot back up to 1 over their success.
1 over theirs, and yeah, so you make headway. They're hard burning towards you, but you maneuver yourself, and you are directing your blasts.
There is very
towards-
loud transient wave going on right now.
Indeed, you're blasting towards
Quite bad.
Tinglong 2, having just passed the airspace of Tinglong 3, and you are you're gaining momentum away from them. It's going to be a matter of 1 more operate test to break
Actually,
range.
Before we do that, who's the best of us at shooting?
That's a good
They're
question.
definitely going to try and lobby
It's
something
probably
at
me,
you.
but
So the thing is, most of our weapons are either skill between systems and ballistics or system. So we
Okay,
can
well,
shoot with systems or ballistics.
actually then Bula, right?
Yeah, I've got.
Uh,
Bula Dula's our gunner.
Oh,
Hey.
I forgot to tell you a thing that was very important. After the Tau Chedi work, I had a thing mounted on the black hole.
I heard thing mounted. Continue
Yeah,
talking.
look under the look. I think it not legal, so I had it mounted under the main controls. Just jam that end in there.
You had me at not legal.
It's the controls for the MEV.
Nice. And I have a question, Pat. How many encounter units are we aware right now?
I'm gonna say, what's the range on that?
It goes forever, but it's -1 per EU away.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're where you are. So you're 1,
Right, so
2.
it's 4. So the
4
modifier
encounters.
overall to shoot that is gonna would be a -2 right now. But I will say, you think we can have Mark distribute power? Do you need more?
Yes.
Do you need more thrust, or do we need more shoot? I look at V.
I think if we can just fry them.
All right, and so I'm guessing that's full. So because we have 3 things that we could hand out, but we're going full bore on the particle beam boost.
Yeah.
All right, so rather than a -2 roll right now, that's a +1 systems roll for Bula to take the shot as Mark spends his turn this base combat round basically like reallocating power.
Stop
Alright,
reading for
systems in
magazines.
one.
Get to work.
And important
Yeah, you
question:
can see over the intercom. He's
you-
definitely getting ahead of work.
do you want to aim this shot at a particular part of their ship, or do you just want to hit whatever?
So what was the shape of this ship again?
This.
Well,
that-
if the Legend of Zelda taught me anything, it has a conspicuously eye-shaped part.
That really doesn't have anything like hanging out as like a really solid.
So let me give you the anatomy of it real quick. That bottom, the bottom, I guess. So think of it as a mitten, right? Kind of like Michigan. That bottom thumb bit is largely for the technical crew, the people who actually run the ship. That center bit is its main thrust. You're actually looking at it in this illustration from behind slightly. That protrudy bit on the top is the yacht portion. This is a raft yacht. That top bit is where the rich people live, and it's also where the primary control is. And that bit at the back is an escape route. That's usually occupied by a shuttle of some sort.
Okay, so this part over on the left. I mean, propulsion probably seems to be the smartest thing to hit.
If they have crisis in their propulsion, they can't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Go
aim
ahead.
at that.
All right.
Try that shot.
Systems, I believe. Is that sorry?
Yeah,
Hold on.
Distance,
That
distance
system
modifier
check
1
above,
overall.
was that related?
Yeah,
to this, or-
That's your
That
shot?
was that roll.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, cool. Yeah.
So,
Then
Pat, do you think that the enemy ship pivots?
I'm gonna say yes. They're gonna try. What sort of roll is that again?
I'm
Remind
making
me?
it. Well, it'll be 96. I'm assuming we're already factoring the -1.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
One success.
They
Perish.
so they do manage to twist themselves and take the hit to the life support instead.
oh,
They then roll their
not a good
armor.
idea.
They manage to reduce a bit, but the particle beam punches through. We don't hurt their hull with the particle beam, but we do cause their reactor to enter. Sorry, their life support to enter crisis. So they might be having some trouble breathing right now. And I will ready an action to fire the Rastian IR Cornea as a countermeasure in the event that it looks like they're about to fuck us up.
Brilliant. In the meantime, though, I think we need an operate from our stalwart pilot.
Stalwart is a really bad description of
From our
be, I think,
pilot.
choose your own.
After that shot, like Bula's just gonna sit back in the chair and drop the Gucci shades.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So what kind of operation role would you have me
You're
do?
gonna benefit from
Is
your.
it thrusting?
Yep. That's what
Then
I'm
I
thinking.
will take the last one. Whee!
Damn.
You
Yeah.
are singing out of out of this encounter.
Now, like I think Biz now finally having a good time, so she's kind of sprawled on the console, and she's just gonna grab Bula and give her a one arm squeeze, like yeah, we did it,
Watch the shades. Watch the shades.
yay!
Yeah.
Just big hug,
Look
give her a kiss on her fuzzy head.
I at least give you an elbow back, like yeah, you did good.
Hold
Your
some.
shades clatter against the floor harmlessly as you're drawn in for a big endearment action, and you're released as you find yourself entering the Trinity's blockade on the Qinglong 2, where Azure City is located. You see one of the massive Regina battleships that are orbiting this system or this planet. You see several of them, in fact, but only one of them hails you and asks you for your designation, your trajectory, etc., etc.
This is the TST Black Hole 2. We have an urgent delivery for a surface side hospital. We will be proceeding there post haste.
You see a very confused-looking Thren who seems to have been manning the station when you spoke to them, and they kind of look around. They say off camera something that you can't quite hear. They cut their mic, but you can definitely see their voice or is their mouth moving in the camera feed.
Can I catch what that is if it's in Tren?
Yeah, actually, all of you are probably speaking Thren playing. It's the lingua franca of the
Fair
Trinity.
enough.
But you definitely can try to make a lip read check. Give me a scrutiny.
It's not gonna be amazing, but I have 4 in that, so hey.
I'll give you a +1.
Oh, hey, let's go.
Woo! Never
Sorry,
mind.
don't need it. Don't ask it. Don't need it. Fuck you.
All right. So the first thing you notice, and this is what you would notice, if you were just getting one success, is are they actually coming with the medical shipment? I thought, wasn't there a message over the didn't they jettison their thing? And then you actually can make out the lips of the Thren behind them, and he says, I think they did have a malfunction. Let me speak to hold on just one sec. And he walks off into the background, and then the Thren individual who you were speaking with, they turn to their partner and say, next to them in the seat. This is obviously some sort of headquarters room inside the battleship. They're the ones that were supposed to be. They cough their throat and kind of like lean in conspiratorially, but you can still make it out on their lips.
Weren't they the smugglers that we were sending with the... Yeah. How did they get through the screws that are taking everybody out? Who does that?
I'm going to ask. I'm going to move like my hand to Kate and attempt to get together to turn the monitor towards me.
All right, I lean back and I point the camera at V.
I'm gonna wave at the trend on screen.
You gonna
Just
kind of smile back.
It's very nice to know that you were worried about us.
But we have
Very good.
very nice of you. But I assure you, we're here to do an important job for Mother. So if you could, we're gonna dock our main ship and take a shuttle down. We need to get to that hospital.
They look around. They're waiting for their friend to come back to the person that we were speaking to come back to them, probably their manager, and he's not there yet. So they kind of just look at you and they're like, one moment, please. Awaiting approval.
This is a top medical scenario. We are happy to meet any Trinity forces on the service to debrief about the situation, but we need to get this down there now.
You can see that they're not happy about this.
I'm going to lean in and I'm going to say we are on a mission directly from Mother. And I'm intimating something that isn't true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on a direct mission from Mother, you know what I'm saying?
This is definitely a communication
Free merchant and a
check. You're
Kogia, you know what I'm
imply
saying?
something.
Trinity Fleet Intelligence, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, this is definitely
Can I weigh on this?
Yeah, how would you like to facilitate this?
And look, I've been stuck on this Koga for like weeks with these two, and I have a life bond partner on planet. Please let me go down.
All right, give yourself a +1 for the emotional. Actually, what do you have any you don't have any communicates
No, I do not.
skills? What am I saying? Just give yourself a +1.
I'm fucking reaching that shit. I'm fucking reaching that shit.
But Cade, you're definitely implying. Oh, beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful.
Woo.
I'm definitely implying that we're some like shade of like Trinity authorized gray market, like we're smugglers working for the Trinity kind of deal, which we are, but like
But there's an implication.
Yeah, there's an implication of like, no, really, we're on top secret orders and we gotta move kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a Kogia. There's some lore stuff related to Kogias. You know what you're saying, and that all doesn't seem to get through to this person. They're just like, I really have to wait for my supervisor, and then that emotional kick from my life partner's on planet, it seems to get to them. Something about them changes when they hear that, and they're like, fine, you're approved, land quickly.
Right, so I honestly, fuck it, I don't even think we dock. I cut the feed, I turn around and I say, let's put the crates on the shuttle and kick off from here before and let the autopilot dock the Kogia.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that we hop in with our totally normal, not marked as drug crates full of drugs, and we fucking
Full of drugs.
Yes, full of drugs. It's
Drugs.
Like the drugs are like popping out. We have to like scoop it back in, just like comically.
In order
Bullet
to
just
know the
writes
drugs.
totally not drugs.
There's a childproof lock on the top of the crate, but it popped off. We're trying to screw it back in and hold it down the right way.
All right, you're hopping into your koi shuttle. Give me an operate check real quick, please.
Yes, I will. For handling / trusting?
So it's like a -1, I think.
No. I mean, like, is it? Is
I'm
it
gonna say
relative
that
to-
it evens out.
It's to fly the koi. Yeah.
Okay. Did it launch? Oh yeah, I did. Hey, look at me actually making it. Woo!
Okay, damn.
Yeah, all the tension from the early rolls is just washing off.
Oh, that tension washes
It turns
away.
it turns out that when V doesn't get shamed for not lasting enough, she's actually good at piloting. Who knew?
Yeah, you find
Who
yourselves
knew?
dropping into a hangar bay, primed and ready for whatever the world might throw at you. Lee, can we
Judging by what I see, a combat encounter.
Lee, do you mind dropping them into the
getting
new
everybody. Yeah.
map?
All right, yeah. So we pop out, and
The local authorities give you the nod, and you are in a hangar now. Planet side, you drop your shuttle in, and you're immediately greeted by a woman on an ISP. Seems, that she is wearing motorcycle garb. She's not necessarily dressed like she is in this illustration. She's wearing a motorcycle jacket embroidered with a certain patch, a patch that looks not too dissimilar. This.
All right.
Dramatic reveal. I'm not getting the patch.
So well, actually no.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna assume that's Mara.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me real quick change the. Yep. That is indeed. Why didn't it? Okay, save settings. Yep. There we are. Yep. It is Mara Singh, and she is seemingly a representative of the Gray Flamingo Shipping Company. They can handle all sorts of ground level shipping, from getting your shipments out to the proper people to providing you with trucks and such to get you where you're going.
hello, we're the crew of the Black Hole 2. We have an urgent medical shipment for a planet on surface and a hospital on surface, and per the terms of our mother contract, we have to personally deliver it. So, if you could hook my pilot up with a truck, and I jerk a finger at V.
You got it. One truck and
I
another
lean into
thing?
V, and I'm like, trucks are okay, right? You like driving those?
Yeah. I can drive anything as long as
As long as it doesn't have
got
legs.
a console.
Yeah. As long as it's this thing looks you dauntingly.
Yeah.
The screen focuses in on it as like the world begins to gyrate.
I might have been speaking. You know what? Everything is fine. We are gonna make it for sure. Don't even worry about it.
I assume there was more to this mission than just needing a truck. You mentioned something about something else earlier. We sent.
Gee, I wonder.
She turns to Bula and looks down a little bit at you, and she says, "We sent somebody to pick up that shipment that you mentioned earlier. By the by."
Just
When you
snaps
say
in
look
her-
down, do you mean in like a demeaning way or just in a physical way?
Raster short.
Yeah, we're
Okay, yeah, let's just
we're
make sure.
otters. We're
Yeah.
we look lanky,
About
but
the
we
size of otters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So you
just-
mean in a physical way?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Not to talk
just
to short
snap.
people. Picks up.
Yeah, buy the utility belt, thank you.
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna get Bula and we'll lift her up to like even ground.
I'm just gonna snap at Mara like you are a space angel, and I'm just gonna toss her like 100 TFC.
Beautiful. Yeah, no, she winks at you and she says, "All right, my folks will get that cargo shipment in order, and You don't want to do the unloading yourself, do you? She says, gesturing back to the ISP. I can help you with that.
My pockets aren't that deep, honey, but you are a literal angel.
No worries. Don't even think about it. Have yourself some nice relaxation. You've been through a lot, I'm sure, getting this here. I just want to help you make sure that it gets where it's going, because between the two of us, we're on the same side here.
That's ominous, but I'm gonna take it at face value.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she does her job, and anybody who would like to can either give me a scrutiny or an insight as she does it.
I will, in fact. I'll kind of nod at V and Gula, all smiles, but kind of like, huh? And insight that.
Okay, yeah. So she's intimating that she is part of the syndicate and that she's operating against the Scusa. And
that's fine.
That part is very clear to you. And what's more, you kind of get the impression that beneath the surface, she's doing something really shady here, and you're not entirely sure what. But she's definitely not on the 100% level, and that between you and me thing was definitely to ingratiate herself to somebody she's about to screw the fuck over.
Okay, I have a question. Like, is this the actual amount of people here, and how many of them are Gray Flamingo?
You see the patches on a good number of people, and yes, that is about the number of people.
But I'm assuming there's not actually marshals here, etc., etc.
No, I mean no, you're right. Fair enough. The marshals are not there.
Okay.
But the peacekeepers are. The pilot, another smuggler, is Ven. And
Do they look like they're actually Trinity peacekeepers?
They look like they're dressed in the peacekeeper garb.
All right, so I'm gonna like come up to the team, and I'm like, "Hey, team! Remember what a great time we had on Tau Ceti?" Before anyone can respond, I like pull my head into the huddle, and I'm like, "Okay, she's screwing us. I don't know how, I don't know where, but she's definitely screwing us right now. All we need to do is get these drugs to the fucking hospital. We have the guns, we've got the clearance, we're in the right legally. I don't give a fuck. We just need to get that shit out." And I'm like looking. I'm not looking at her because I don't want to intimidate it, but I'm like.
She's doing work and stuff. She's coordinating people.
I'm gonna look at Bua like, Kate is awfully on edge today.
I'm not entirely gonna blame her.
Humans though.
Trust me. Listen. No. Trust my instincts, okay?
Fine. I will, for this one time, trust you.
You start to see crates moving into Lee. Can I get one of the trucks that we made for the Fallout campaign?
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, just plop it right here or something. The shipments are right there maybe. The shipments you see crates being moved into this large utilitarian vehicle. It looks like old human empire tech, but it's been recently refitted and repainted. Practically vintage, but a lot of stuff is on Azure City. And, you see crates moving up into it I'm going to say you had to fit all the medical equipment into 5 crates because they were different size crates. You see 5 crates moving, the unmarked kind of utilitarian crates that you usually have. And the whole thing's loaded up. And Mara looks you over and says, "All right, so you don't need a pilot on this one.
We do not.
Because I would volunteer my services to drive this to the.
It is my turn to look down on her, but in both senses. We do not need a pilot. Thank you.
She looks up at you and she says, "All right, I know these streets better than you might expect. They can be a little dangerous."
that part is exactly why I am going to drive this.
Well, I leave this shipment then in your capable hands.
Yeah, so I have a question. The crates are like in the back, right?
Yeah. It's not diegetic looking like the Fallout ship. There's like, it looks kind of like
I look between my companions, right? And I'm kind of like, seen anything? What's up?
You go check the crates. I'll go to the pile and sit.
I want to try, like, while they're doing that, I want to kind of like walk up to Mara and just kind of like slap my forehead, like, jeez, I kind of forgot I have to be there because I have to sign off on stuff. They're expecting me specifically. So if I had you bring the stuff over there, they're probably just gonna turn guns on you. I'm sorry. It'd probably be a lot smarter if we did this. I don't want to.
Give me a communicate.
My
check
hand
real
is in
quick.
my coat and on my fucking like noodle dupe auto pistol, and strapped to the back is the battle rifle, and I've got the shot grenades and a bandolier. I'm just like, oh god, it's time to do smuggler shit. And I'm like,
it seems she's
looks like
got...
there's a little scrap of paint here, and I push up and like I peer into the crate.
That was communication, right? Not resolve, or.
I'm gonna say you're like here-ish. Considering you were about ready to go, she's lining up her ride.
Oh.
Yeah, she says, all right, look, no skin off my back, but if you come into a run against Scusa, that's between you and your gods. I'll try to have some people lined up to have your back. The shipment does have to get where it's going, after all. So,
I appreciate your understanding. We all gotta look out for each other, even in this dog-eat-dog world, right?
Right, of course. And as I said, we're on the same page, on the same team. I won't interfere with your business further.
Same page. I love that book. It's the best book.
She gives you a look like, you done here? As she leans in on her motorcycle, about to press the gas, just as you two are investigating the crates. And
Well, V, I think, is in the driver's seat.
yeah,
I'm
V,
getting to the driver's seat.
yeah, you're in the driver's seat.
And which specifically means I'm going up into the van, and I'm going to check under both seats and all the pedals, because I know the places you can put a car bomb.
Is
yeah.
Mara on the hover cycle?
Just
Give
in
me a scrutiny.
case.
Yes, she is on the hover cycle. She's about to skedaddle. She's done
You
here.
want a
She's
scrutiny
your
from me?
Visible person. Yeah, scrutiny from you. I'm not going to ask a scrutiny from Cade. I'll get to that in a second. Beautiful. You don't see any car bombs, but you do notice that the brake lights are on, and looks like the brakes are actually disconnected. Wouldn't you know? Cade,
Hey,
you look at...
this van's not gonna go.
Well, you could fix that real quick. It's simply a matter
okay.
of putting the right
Yeah,
wires.
okay, I'm gonna do that easily.
Cade, as she's doing that, you notice that those crates, they don't, when you get a really good close look at them, the paint job's a little bit off. They're not quite the same shade of gray. In fact,
Before I open, I scrutinize and look all around to see where the real ones are.
Yeah. They're in another truck on the other side of the hangar, and they're leaving.
All right. I'm gonna say, well, we're going, and I say, Bula, get in, and I literally get into the truck bed, and I look for anything that looks like it would cause a really bad time if somebody shot it on the way out. Anybody's got any fuel tanks, anything very egregiously available?
Ooh, okay, yeah. This is going to be a separate scrutiny.
Okay. And are
you going to fill us into the problem in the meanwhile? Because
what I say is we're about to take 10 Gs, just like the simulations, And that
no, I don't.
That is a phrase I use. I've never been in a simulation. I have never flown anything. When I say something about taking Gs, like in the simulation, I'm saying you need to listen to me right now. And I say, we're leaving now at Bula. And I gesticulate. And I've got my hand in my coat. It looks like I'm just holding my side like I'm a JoJo's character. But Bula, that's where my fucking auto pistol is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a sweet kick off of this this mech thing to the right and just go right into the truck.
Beautiful. All right, give me a mobility as everybody is gearing up to move.
What are we?
Maneuvers under alacrity.
Ah.
And I'm looking at V in like the rear view mirror, like the moment that Bula gets on, we gotta fucking punch it.
Oh, that's a big
You
stat.
want to explain to me what is going on? Maybe.
The thing is, like, she's looking at you, and like we're looking at each other, right?
Yeah.
And I look at the peacekeepers, like who are like armed nearby, and I'm not like I can't say it out loud, but I'm
At
like
least-
I'm like
At least they give me a where.
yeah I okay where like I will like point at the leaving truck, but like try and do
Okay.
it. I do it like as like I look like I'm like dropping a stanky leg or something. I'm trying
Not
not to
that-
get seen by everyone else.
Pull
Not that,
out the
not
sock
that
puppet.
hard.
Yeah.
Pull out the sock puppet. It
All
helps.
right. Oh my
Yeah.
god, Bula.
See the sock puppet. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Oh
now
my-
that this small question of internal discipline
sorry, I'm
sort of
small
solved,
and
I'm going
honorary.
to I'm going to U-turn this thing and just book it towards the other truck.
I'm small and tiny, and I don't have much movement.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
I love
It's okay.
this
I'm
so
gonna
much.
pick. It's okay. I'm gonna pick Bull on our way out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
You
we,
turn this thing, grab her, slap her in the co-driver's seat, and keep moving.
All right. So I'm gonna say that's also a maneuver check from you then, to get her into the co-driver's seat.
reach out with the strong Thren muscle arm, just like twink.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
I'm gonna
picking
give
a
you plus
dandelion.
Because
Oh shit! I didn't know.
Here, roll that extra 1d6 real quick.
Oh, okay, wait a second.
Might
Oh,
be
no.
helpful. Might not be.
Mara's just gonna fucking shake me down.
Ah, piss.
Ah, yeah. Give me
You
another
know
one.
what? I got so much. We're not here for a long time. I'm going off the edge. Who cares?
Hell yeah.
I won. Let's fucking die. Let's go.
Let's
Come on.
fucking go!
Yeah.
Go up an edge, Bula, as you are grabbed and dragged into the co-pilot's seat, and you're going to have a +1 to firing out from this position as you're just dropped right in the correct spot.
Hey.
As Mara
Mind
Singh
you,
vanishes
why-
behind you.
Quite gently.
So are the other people in the cargo bay reacting to the fact that like V is just peeled off towards their truck that has the shit?
Yeah, you see a few of the quote-unquote peacekeepers kind of giving a weird look, and then a couple of the quote-unquote mechanics pulling out Tommy guns.
Yeah. So like the moment
Uh,
they go for their guns, I yell, "Hey, assholes! This is what happens when you stick your dick in the black hole!" And I just absolutely mag dump my auto pistol into the whatever I found with 3 scrutiny that would
Yes.
be good to blow up.
There's another there's a piranha parked here, and it looks like it's under serious maintenance. The tanks are dropped out of it,
I'm
and
just
you just
absolutely lighting that fucking thing up.
this hangar is not going to be revisited next time we come to Azure City. Let's be clear.
Cade's like, "Oh fuck, that was our shuttle. Oh well." Yeah, as it explodes behind us.
Yeah, you'll find another way off. It was a hand-me-down. Anyway,
No, we have
as
no shuttle.
you
Hey, I don't run out of
you
ammo.
definitely clear your clear your backside. As I move you to another screen, you are in hot pursuit. Give me an operate check, please.
Does my bonus to trust apply to this? Or
Yes,
is
it
this-
does.
All right. We love to see it.
All right, let's see what we got
That's so
here.
fast.
Let's see. Ooh. You're getting gained on.
At
They
this
are
point-
moving faster than you.
At this point, I whip out my
Shit.
battle rifle instead. Like I'll fucking let the auto pistol hit the floor. Whip out the battle rifle and take an aimed shot at one of the tires. I'm over the cab. I'm like, "Fuck you! It's Azure City, bitch. You think you're pulling this one on me?"
Yeah, so you're going at that, and as you aim for their tires, you realize Mara Singh has re-entered the stage, and she's right behind them in her hover cycle, and she's also taking a shot at you. You can go first, though.
All right, and I'm gonna say, Bula, get her out of the air now! And I take the battle rifle aim shot.
Damn. Okay.
Oof.
All right.
Le large euffe.
Oof.
Gonna say that this cargo vessel has 2d6 hull. Yeah, nothing defended. So you do manage to take a shot at it. The wheel pops and begins to swivel, and you see flames emerging from that back wheel, but it has more than 4 wheels, and it's still spinning down. But you know that another hit like that would probably do it under. In the meantime, though,
We're engineering, baby.
in the meantime, though, you are also getting shot at. Modifier 2.
It's just how life is. Sometimes you get shot, sometimes you shoot.
Yeah, what's the AP on
I'm
the
gonna
gun?
say that Mara Singh is notable enough that she gets
tier
another
2,
hit
tier
at
2.
you.
What's the
Tier
AP
2
on her
enemy.
gun? What's she shooting me with?
She's shooting at you with a battle rifle, just like you. Actually.
All right, AP 3. All right, so most
Yeah.
of my composite carapace is punched through. It does me jack shit. I'm assuming she twists for the damage.
Yes, she does.
I take
that
3 and
damage.
stay standing. Human baby. Damn the city. All right, let's fucking go.
All right, so there's so she was mostly the defense on that one. You know that her cycle does have some built-in weaponry if you're familiar with the human tech, but the bigger issue here is that they are losing you. They're going faster than you, even on 5 wheels.
I'm working on that.
So it's back to your turn with an operate check. Let's get it.
Doesn't Bula get something here?
Oh yeah, Bula. How would you like to assist this endeavor? There's shooting, there's driving, and you are a hacker. You can also shoot, but do you have something witty planned? This is
so
a city with
yeah.
a lot of automated functions.
That is very true.
Yeah, you took the watchdog. You took the watchdog fucking talent. You are iconic. What's his face from hit Ubisoft title Watchdog.
Yeah.
Watchdog.
God, are we near like an intersection?
There's a big fuck off intersection
There's a
right
turn.
here.
There's an overpass coming up, and there's intersections in between. And you notice that the overpass has a sort of built-in turnstile function for the very rare occasion when the train comes through.
My initial plan was thinking about swapping the traffic lights, get the other flowing traffic to cut Mara off, but operating that turnstile sounds like a smarter decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's see if we can't turn that thing in our favor. Let's see, that's systems.
That's going to be a systems check. Yes, please.
And that's hacking tool +2.
Yes.
Hey.
You just plugged in the Game Boy accessory that gave you the light so you could play it at night, and your phone just went, here's access to City OS.
Yeah, I just put my feet up, whip out a Game Boy, and I'm just like, oh yeah, by the way, that bridge is about to fuck up her day really hard. Watch as I catch this shiny Squirtle.
Amazing. That's actually fucking amazing. All right, cool. So, they dusted you the first time. I'm gonna give them another operation roll, and then it's on their turn. I'm sorry I did this so out of order.
No, that's okay.
Okay, they got 1 success. Now it is fully back to the players. I'm gonna say that in the future I'll make sure that the Blue Ladula gets counted among the player initiative. Okay.
I'm important.
Yes,
You're
you are.
important. You just
You're
saved
my
the day.
favorite small otter.
You just made that turnstile your bitch, and when that comes up, you will be in charge.
This fucking city just like fell to me like the Matrix. I was just like, you following me? Are you following me? Nah, this bridge fall on you.
All right, so it's Uzip 2 now.
It's you. It's your go.
Okay.
Let's get that operate check.
So as soon as I see like Bula do something and look relaxed, I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, everything is fine. I'm going to push it and hopefully get Mara's bike, like just run into it.
All right, let's
if
go.
we can manage, because clearly Bula has this under check, and I trust her implicitly. So let's go.
This city's systems are my bitch right now.
Yeah.
These city streets, I run them.
Vroom.
Literally.
We doing a vroom zooms.
Yeah, no, excellent. And that does get you up to her ship, and you can basically pop bumpers with her as she turns back, and she she looks you in the eye as she levels a gun right towards your face. You think that'll come up on your on her turret?
Yeah. That seems something to be worried about.
Lee,
For
did you have
future
anything going?
The only thing I would do at this juncture, so like, Ula has that lined up. We're about to ram this person. I will try to shoot her hover cycle more so that she can't like fly up and away than anything else. I'm aiming and shooting at her hover cycle. I don't know if she has any evasion, which would contribute to the armor of her thingy thing.
Let's
if she has
go ahead and say
Dogfighter,
she does.
If she has Dogfighter, that would be a default through without her doing anything.
I would say that she does, yeah.
Alright, well, AP doesn't impact that, so even if that's all she's got, she can roll it.
Alright, that's going to be an operation, yeah?
Correct.
Hello?
No, sorry, it's just 3d6. I can roll it.
Oh, wow.
Well, okay, no, so she got 3 successes, that's 3 evasion either way. She gets 2 successes off of that, canceling 2 of my twists. I'm delivering 3 damage.
Okay, yep. So, you see smoke rising from her propulsion as she begins to slow down, and you hear a coming from the bottom of her cycle. It's not supposed to make that noise, but it is still going. You've now damaged both of the enemy vehicles, and it is their turn. So, moment of truth here. This ship is going to try to go up that turnstile, not realizing what's going on, and that's about appropriate.
Oh my god! Wow,
Please have the cheesy action movie quote. Can I please have the cheesy action movie quote?
Fucking do
Please.
Boo is just gonna like foot out on the window and just like pull her head out. She's like, "Hey Mara, I called you an angel, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to see you in hell."
Oh my god.
She at first her response is a grimace, a cold hard stare, knowing that she knows more about these streets than you ever will. She will always find her way on the up. And then her shipment falls down as the turnstile swivels with it on it, and they can't stop in time to prevent themselves from teetering off the edge of the turnstile. Their wheels far in the air or far below the actual road, as they are caught in a between state on the overpass. And Mara manages to swivel herself to a stop as her smoking motorcycle almost teeters over the edge as well, right before you all get to her. I'm going to say this is a little off screen. You don't necessarily need that other map you made tonight. Sorry about that, Lee. As she looks back at you, her battle rifle leveled at your faces, but not firing quite yet. Waiting for you to get there.
I'd like to stop the truck in this area because we don't want to push the other truck down. We definitely need those.
Yeah, we need that shit.
Yeah, we need those crates. So I guess I'm gonna stop the truck around here where this fire tile is, very inappropriately.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Sounds good
that
to me.
was where it was for the flaming wheel. I'll
Yeah.
move us up. And I mean, like, I'll point. Here's what I'll do. So like, there's a back window on the truck, I presume, like into the cab.
I'm actually going to like slide the truck like to the side so that it's blocking the road.
Absolutely, Akira slide the truck.
Yeah, you see a number.
I guess
of
we have to. I guess we have to Akira slide at least once per night. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know.
beautiful
Turns
synthwave
out.
plays. There's a crowd forming, kind of, but you know that they're all not peace. They're not cops. Basically,
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of civilians.
You gotta tell me if you're a cop.
So
Exactly, that's how it
I open the cab window and I want to like drop, not activate, like a shock grenade in there so that either of them could throw it. And I keep my gun up, pointed at her, and I'm gonna say, "Good play, but you've lost this time."
Can you lower the gun?
And is Mara lowering her gun?
She's leveled it at your face. She hasn't said anything yet. She's waiting for you to talk to her.
And okay, I'm like, I wish to be like, wait, V, are you talking to me or her? She's pointing her gun.
Yeah,
at me.
you're acting. Both of you are just acting so human. Frustrating.
Oh, fine.
Everything
Pulls
is
out her
about
pistol.
shooting
It's a
each
Mexican
other in the
standoff.
face.
Oh, it's because I'm a human. Have you ever thought maybe this is my personality? Maybe this is my truth?
No.
Fine. I lower my gun a little, and I say, listen, one-time offer. You get the fuck out of here, we take the drugs. Nobody dies from rejection disorder. How does that sound, asshole?
You can die.
Getting the drugs where they need to go, asshole. It's not the hospital that they need to go to. It's Lady Payne herself. Trinity just wants to control this situation. They want to incriminate her and capture her and
You're barking up
You
the
know,
wrong
throw
tree.
her
I
in
love
jail.
our. You're barking up the wrong tree. I love our single-payer healthcare system. Now give me the fucking drugs. Can I communicate?
yeah. She
gonna-
doesn't seem convinced by that.
I'm
What
gonna
do you
look
have-
at Bula and be like, do we love our healthcare system? Like, is it good?
I mean, it could be worse.
I'm actually weighing the prospect of just letting Lady Payne have this. Actually,
Hmm. I mean,
what
like,
if
Look,
what
Lady
if,
Payne's the one who administers the cybernetics in the first place. If she has control of the cybernetic rejection inhibitors, then she has control over her own operation.
she got a point?
her operation is graft. She's paid money. The hospital will give it to anybody who needs it for free.
Really though? In
The hospital is going
Azure
to
City?
register who comes in and use that information to knock her down.
Yeah, no. So the Trinity, like, yeah, no, you don't have to buy your drugs. They, if you needed a drug to live,
the
they just give it to you.
healthcare system is actually genuinely good, but in this instance, it does seem to be used as a method
Yeah,
of
they are definitely using it to entrap these criminals.
yes.
But like, you know,
It's a
Kate-
tricky wicket.
Kate doesn't necessarily have the moral high horse here. She'd set up other people to get ambushed. But she's more interested in the fact that the Trinity gave her a shiny new ship and are paying her 10 times for this job. Whereas Lady Payne, she doesn't really have her cred number. So that's not really factoring into Cade's thought process right now.
All right, but can we talk about this, Kane?
I'm like, we can talk about it, but the peacekeepers are on their way here. We only have so
fuck the
many agents.
peacekeepers. No one likes the peacekeepers.
No, yeah, but they have cars and guns and helicopters. We need to get this out of here now, or we're gonna wind up in a standoff.
Yeah, we need to get this out of here because I don't want this pointing at me to die.
And I'm like, all right, listen, V, whatever you do, I'll back you up. But we need to make this decision inside the next minute. Otherwise, she could have backup here, and we could be fucked.
I don't want to make the decision on my own. I want us to make a decision.
Okay, well, let's vote. We're a free merchant group. I vote get the drugs to the hospital. What do you vote, Bula?
The hospital, like that's what we were hired for.
And I'm like, all right, V, unless you have a persuasive tie-breaking argument here, I think that's majority rules. What do you say?
V definitely looks extremely miserable here.
I
She
angle
does
up the
not
gun.
want to fight. She does not want to. She clearly doesn't feel good about this whole hospital thing, but she has more time figuring out an argument that will get you.
I'm like, wait a minute, and I pull out the sock puppet, right?
Don't give me that.
And I lean in, I get it right next to you, and I say, what if we steal a little bit of the drugs and sell them to Lady Payne too?
Okay, that's condescending, and I really am gonna fucking punch you for it later.
But
Alphys?
All I can see is just Kermit, like, listen, Miss Piggy, if we steal part of the drugs, we can sell them to the other people.
She's going to grab like the two fingers that are like the hand that is holding the puppet and just start squeezing it.
I'm like, I'm holding a gun right now. This is a bad idea.
Alphys?
And I'm like, 2/3,
No,
1/3.
no.
Fucking halvesies.
All right.
And I'm going to say, I've delivered you an ultimatum, and I'm gonna like air pass on her slate, like drop half the crates and we'll let you leave. And drop half the crates, pay us 10 grand now, and we'll let you leave.
All right, give me a communicate check. Very important.
All right. God, I love how quickly, like, I didn't think of this character's morality at all, but I am now like, I've set up my fellow criminals to get caught.
Neither did I, and
drugs.
look at me.
I've sold actual and needed medical drugs to criminals for profit. No, we're smugglers, baby. This is what we're about. We're wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, but the rest.
Technically speaking, we've killed no one thus far. No oh shit.
No Vidality run! No Vidality run! All right. So with 2 successes, that's actually all you needed. They're not going to make
hell,
it
we have moved again. I'm Bula now.
Oh my god.
We're back. I'm swapping us around, and yeah, we're all in our spots. But sorry, you cut out right as you were saying something, Amelia.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't know. I'm very confused. Like there has to be something more to it than just the money. Otherwise, why bother there?
True.
Mara looks over her inventory. She looks over her slate. She
Also considers the fact that she's tethering over the brink.
Yeah, she considers the fact that her shipment is not going to get there unless she fights you for it, which she's totally primed to do. She's got her gun leveled at you, and she's a good fucking shot. But she does the mental math, and she says, half works.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna have to pick up what we dropped. And you hear a thud on the floor beneath the overpass as the truck regains its stability with half of those. You hear a ping on your slate as you have received a fuck ton of money, and her hover car starts moving again. A little bit stilted, it's smoking, but it operates, and it is not limited by the wheels that the truck is, and she's starting to facilitate the truck getting back on the overpass.
I'd like to get down and go check on like the damage we've done and if it's fixable like on the fly.
To their ship or to yours?
To their truck.
No,
Cade,
definitely not going to be fixable on the
Cade
fly.
leaves the gun on the sling and just starts like trying to pick up the crate.
Sad.
Yeah, you're
Do you
gonna
need
need
a? Do you need a hand?
V, I'm weak.
I know.
Yes.
I'm going to help. Don't
All
worry.
right.
Probably
I'm gonna
endurance.
say endurance or if
Endurance
it's
is-
better.
Endurance
Mechanics.
is fine. Oh, mechanics is better.
Give it to me.
Oh, piss. Come on, Edge. Let's go.
Oh, bloody blinking
No,
blah
no.
blahs.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
better.
I'm gonna say that that's fine. Usually we can't. You can't reach an edge.
All right.
roll
Sorry.
where you have that shot.
You don't think about it. First
But
time
in
with the
this
system.
instance, I don't
First time with the
particularly
system.
care because it's the end of the game.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you
everybody.
can crush my hand under the crate or whatever. Ow.
Everybody go up an edge, and
I'm at
V.
5.
Yeah, you feel an agonizing pain in your hand as it's crushed under the that
Ow.
last crate.
Ouch.
Your pinky finger is particularly fucked up. You're pretty sure it's broken.
Ah, piss. I'm gonna need a medic.
And that's your using hand.
Damn it.
Your
It's
your
okay.
favorite hand.
It's okay. I'm decent with the other.
Not the good hand.
Not the good
Yeah,
hand.
not the good. That 6 alacrity rolling means I'm decent with the other. I can deal with 2 weeks of a broken finger.
Yep, and that's what you're gonna have to do as you shove that last one on. You squeal in pain,
I mean,
and you
luckily we are going to an hospital.
True.
I didn't even think about that.
I think the worst part is the only thing I can imagine right now is that there's like a truck teetering on the edge of a bridge. There's fire. There's a Kira sped truck, and there's just an otter sitting in the passenger seat of a van,
Ooh,
just sitting there like.
Do you re-extend the turnstile?
By the way, I'd like to reach into the passenger seat with my not hurt hand and just offer the hand for the I-5 to the otter.
what I was gonna say was just there's just like chaos around us. There's this little otter sitting in the passenger seat of a van, and she just looks up
Playing
in the
Pokemon.
sky and says, "Do you think God stays in heaven because he too fears in what he created?"
I don't know. The trend don't have a concept of God.
Yeah, I'm just playing Game Boy.
Mm.
I'll take the high five and just play Game Boy.
Before we
You
leave,
can ask God when we meet her. Let's get the fuck out
I'm
of
gonna
here.
rotate back to Cade and very gently use my still not hurt hand to grab her by the neck of the shirt.
I'm like, my head is in the window on the back, and I'm
You know-
like, hello.
You know all that thing that we said when we got this ship about doing things together?
Yes.
No bosses, no leaders, right?
Yeah.
If you pull another of these, now everyone listen to me, I give the order, I'm going to throw you down the pass.
Fair enough, V. But they were gonna get away with the drugs. Would you rather have more money?
Friendship first.
Friendship before money. Oh God, don't
Yeah,
mind
exactly.
me. And,
Y'all can piss off. I want the freaking money.
Oh, come on.
let's just get out of here before the peacekeepers show up.
The whips and chains
I
are
will very
temporary.
painfully move this thing around with one hand.
God. Like,
Actually,
The,
gonna ask the otter. Gonna ask Bula to move the transmission.
amazing.
Your shift gear for me, please.
You got it. I have no idea how to drive a stick.
Well, now you are being given an impromptu lesson on how to drive manual transmission.
Amazing. We're all in the fucking cab of this car. Me
God.
halfway as it does a several point turn and we escape into the azure sunset.
Yes. V, give me one last operation check as Mara Singh looks back at you. Her gray flamingo patch blasting
This could
in
have been
the
so much worse.
wind as she, saddles her pistol and gives you a wink and says, "Maybe next time we'll be on the same side."
I
longer."
doubt it.
Read the right book next time. We'll be on the same page.
And you book it. You blast out and fly into the sunset as you find yourselves at the Cyan City Hospital. You drop your crates off. They're received. The official paperwork is signed, and a rather smug-looking Thren that I'm gonna say, Bula Dula, you recognize as once having been a marshal that had it in for the Skuza. A rather smug-looking Thren looks you over, looks you down and up, and he says, I'm frankly surprised that you managed to get it here. I'm the overseer of the hospital, and I am very pleased that we've received this shipment.
All right, I'm like, yeah. By the way, my friend, one moment, we just had a bit of a traumatic experience on the way here. Do you mind if I talk with my friends? And I lean in, and I'm like, oh, about your finger, V. And I lean in, and I'm like, all right, the Trinity fucking set us up. Wait, V, did you tell me what they lip read? What you lip read?
Yes.
Okay, then I would say they set us up. They knew we were getting jumped, and they didn't warn us. I say we fucking press them for a little bit extra, and say we'll file a report about it if they don't.
What floor of the building are we at?
You're at the docking bay.
No, we're on the first floor.
First
It's,
floor
rather
American
tall
first floor or first floor European?
Ground.
I'm not sure the difference.
Okay, ground.
floor.
It's
First floor here is like ground floor, first floor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
It's the second floor. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
As
Bula
friends,
is just gonna.
we have to vote. We have to vote, friends.
That's
Street level.
right. I vote we go up one story and then we dangle them out of the window until they give us what we want.
I can get us a little extra. I'm gonna like meerkat walk up to Wazikat Mrek is his name?
Yeah, Wajikat Mrek.
Wajikat. You're surprised I made it, but you see, I'm a betting lady, and I bet that you don't want what you did here getting out. So I say, why don't you give me a little scratch behind the I point to my ears but hold out my palm, and we'll just forget this whole mess.
You misunderstand your situation. He looks I'm gonna say for lack of a better piece of art right now, he looks a little bit like that. You misunderstand your situation. You delivered half of what you were proposing that you deliver, and you delivered a little bit late. I think that you're lucky to even be getting what you are getting.
All right, I'm now on board with
Bula's just
dangling
gonna
out
hold-
the window plan.
I'd like to go up to this trend. How tall are they?
Not
Well, it's just gonna
all of you.
Stand there and
I'm
stare.
going
like,
to grab them by the horn and just lift.
He has a
Yes.
point, you guys.
Like
I
the
really-
threat of physical violence has been made, but in an understated way.
And I'm gonna say, Mr. Hospital Supervisor, beg you to reconsider.
All right, give me a communicate one of you with an added, I'm going to say 3 dice from intimidation.
Bula, you
factor.
can make it if you want.
No, I'm not going to.
Or does Bula want to?
What kind of check was it again?
It's a communicate with an added 3. I would say, what is your good stat?
My good stat is insight, resolve, systems, and scrutiny. I don't have anything to communicate.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Resolve actually would work.
Yeah,
here.
that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Give me a resolve with a +3.
You got it, baby.
Beautiful.
I'm just gonna say like half of the product, a little late. You got a point. However, we wouldn't have been late, and we wouldn't have lost half the shit. And then just points at him.
He's not wearing a tie, but he tightens his pauldron. He kind of like futzes with it while he's kind of a little bit elevated due to the fact that he's being lifted by his horns. And he says, "Put me down, and I'll consider what
I don't think I will.
crisis funds I can allocate to you
I'm gonna give
for
it a
your
shake.
services for the Trinity."
Uh-huh.
He's a little upset now. He's no longer quite as smarmy.
Yeah. Huh?
Bula just gestures like, put him down an inch. or
Waiting
two.
for the no, waiting for the voice crack.
What voice crack are you
Okay,
expecting?
there it goes. I'm gonna put him down.
Yeah, he ka-thunks to the floor. He kind of like wobbles a little bit as he tries to steady himself, and he says, "This is entirely indecent. I will be speaking to you."
Oh, why? That was my second name.
Very well. Crisis funds. Only giving you 5 times as much because half of the shipment. I can give you 6 times your usual fee. Best I can do.
Excellent. Pleasure doing business with you. Always great to visit
Actually, no,
Azure City.
I kind of hated it.
And I'm like,
But sure.
that right, V, but that was the sarcasm. I hate this bastard.
Yeah.
Rest assured, dealing with you has been unpleasant on my end as well.
Yeah, blow out your ass, buddy. We're the ones who almost got shot.
You have no idea what it's like to run an operation like this in the middle of this city.
And I roll my eyes, and I'm like, oh, what was you? Anyways, I saw a Labides on the way. You guys want to go get some Heshnut?
Yeah.
All right, let's...
Well, it just turns like, you've been fucked by the black hole, baby.
You did not.
I didn't, but...
Make note of this.
I assume we drive off into the sunset after
drive
Bula
off?
No,
drops
sunset.
actually, I get something from my finger time to drive off in the
Oh,
sunset.
true, actually.
Yeah,
After shaking down the director, we're like, by the way, our friend does require medical.
Yeah,
does
actually.
actually require medical assistance. And he's like, fine, sure. It's obviously free. This is the Trinity. Welcome to Azure
I
City.
know that you might be free to use the healthcare system as you need, but we still hate you.
Exactly. Welcome to an actually decent, in some ways, society.
That's a lot like the doctor that gives me my hormones. He fucking despises me, but is forced to give them anyway.
Amazing. You do eventually park, and you find yourselves at Labides, which is basically the Rast Starbucks, and you roll up in and you get yourselves whatever you'd like, and there's a variety of rather attractive people also getting their coffees here, and wouldn't you know it, you found yourselves a comfortable place to rest and recuperate after a rather stressful ordeal.
Or in my case, drink and cry about the lie that I had to tell to those people about having a life-born partner. Yeah, because I actually don't have a life-born partner, and it fucking sucks.
As you ruminate that, Mara Singh steps in and is quite surprised to see you all, but does require a coffee of her own.
Coffee at this time of the day?
I just salute over to Mara, and she's like, you're lucky, because I was so tempted to press that button one more time while you were on that bridge. Have a good one.
I had the shot lined up, she says as she
Yes, you're both very
but-
beautiful and dangerous. Just go flirt somewhere else. I'm trying to mope.
Fine. Here I was thinking you were hot and down for a motorcycle, babe, but alright.
Fuck it, just like
Bula just walks up. You are
Literally
great.
throws her glass away, like fuck it. Yeah, I am.
I was gonna say, because Bula was about to go off with Mara.
Yeah, well, too late.
Claim your
Yeah,
stake.
well, I mean, she winks at you as as she's stepping out, and you notice a little slip of paper with a number on it as
Ayo.
she leaves the door.
Fuck your friends, but fuck your enemies closer.
Hey. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to leave on.
But before, as they walk out, I slap Bula on the shoulder and say, "Forget about it, Dula. It's Azure City Town."
I feel like I should hit you, and I don't know why.
I think you're right.
Catch up on your old human hollow vids. You'll thank me.
No, I don't think she will.
I don't think I will.
That'll do, Cade. That'll do.
Well, I don't think I will. Yeah.
That'll do.
Beautiful. All right. So that's gonna be it for the session then. Let's get one more round of people telling us who they are, where we can find them during the week, if that is something that you would like to do. So let's start with my person in the audience that I've already lined up. Lee, tell us what Diesel Shot is doing this week.
Wow. So on Mondays, you got our D&D game, High Road. They just threw their friend into a pit of a million spiders. Also, their friend was dead at the time. I wonder how that'll work out. Tune in to find out. And on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we've primarily just been doing dev streams to finish this game, to get it to our backers and everyone else. Yay!
Yeah.
And on Fridays, we do a little gaming stream. We've been playing some Deus Ex Original with the GMDX mod. And we do some fun stuff and comment on it. And Saturdays is Change Stars. Normally 8:30 p.m. Eastern, but we did it a little bit earlier to accommodate our friends across the pond. So normally we'd be starting 1 hour from now. And that's our slate overall. You can find me at Quadcore on Twitter. You can find Pat at _Spider. You can find Change Stars at Stars Changed, all one word, on Twitter. And yeah, come by.
All right, let's have it from Zalnus. Where can we find you during the week?
During the week, you can find, well, at any time, you can find me at twitter.com/Zonis. And during the week, I actually play Things from the Flood game with the lovely, the gorgeous, the absolutely incredible Pat, Spider Queen Long.
I thought you were going to say Shay.
Well, yes, everybody, but...
Yes, everyone there.
So every Wednesday, I'll be playing... a character over on the Party Wipe games, and doing loot art everywhere else.
Woo! Let me real quick. Lee, do we have Party Wipe games an app for them?
I will drop their
Marvelous.
tweet so you can go check them out.
Thank you. Those of
do
you
lots
who
of
don't
games
already
all
know,
week,
we are
and they're
good
fun.
friends with this Twitch stream. We have them on our channel every now and then, and I'm currently on theirs, along with Zonis. And let's have it from Amelia. Where can
It's
we
me.
find you?
You can find me in Rome. I'm gonna give you the address. Come get me 1v1.
No.
Final
Don't dox
destination,
yourself.
no
This
items.
is the internet. Well,
Just come
all right.
get me. No, okay, but
If not an address, perhaps
Yeah.
we can.
And
find
on that the Twitter
you.
link that is just
Okay.
being posted on the chat, where you can find me drawing with various levels of skill and making games, which I'm way better at as a lead developer of Witchcraft games. And we are about to release a new Kickstarter, and it's pretty cool. It's about witches and demons and dating.
Do you have
Everyone loves to date extremely powerful women that can kill you with a thought. Yeah, in like the next few months I will be streaming 3 times a week. I will be streaming VTM, I will be streaming 12, I will be streaming on like 3 different channels. Acme, I will die. Doesn't matter. If
Hell
you
yeah.
want, I can put like a link to our site where you can find all our games. There is stuff.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask for.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Perfect. Ooh, look at that. Witch and craft games. Lovely.
Sure is. Got a game about the Mothman. Everyone who's gay loves the Mothman.
That is true.
That's
I
how
do
things
love
are.
Man. You're Discord now, so when you do go live on those various streams, I would
will
love.
make sure to tell you.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely tell me, but I think Lee and I can figure out a way to make you a promoter on our channel.
Yeah,
give you the role, so that you can let us all know when exactly you are live with those various games.
I will.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. So thank you all for coming through. I am, of course, your wonderful hostess, Spider Queen Long. You know where to find me. And if you don't, I'm surprised you're here. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Fairly well. I will raid off into the sunset. Oh me, oh my.
Yeah, who are we rating? Looks like I see Boys from the Baltic and Lollygaggers are live. Ooh,
Lollygaggers
which
presently
one?
have 48, so I'm gonna reinforce our friends on the Baltic Star. I love
Let's
Lollygaggers, but
Yes,
I think they're good up right now. Boys from the
I
Baltic
think you're
Star.
right, and we only have 5 people watching us,
Yeah,
so
we're gonna go visit.
Boys from the Baltic need a love.
We're gonna go visit our friends. And yeah, we'll see you on the flip. These are some really cool people. So go
Get
out,
'em.
support them.
Get him.